Think I'm live. Hello. Nil. First, you beat me to the live. Nil. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. I don't know what to give you as a reward. Shangy girl. What's up? You also are. That's very impressive. Good time. Good time you made. Guys, let me say it at the beginning of the video instead of the end. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button and hit the bell notification. 3 tasks you have. I know you're holding up 2, Shangy, but it's actually a 3. But back at you. All right. Let's start with gem lettuce. All right. Present. Share screen. This just posted.
I don't know.
Hang on.
You're not against animal exploitation?
Vegan challenges man with hard-hitting questions.
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Guys, just to let you know, right before I started the stream, I spilled my coffee everywhere. So I'm off to a banging start. What's up, Marcos? Nice to see you. How's the... Wait. The view looks crazy. That's fine. Whatever. Let me just make sure it looks... Okay. I think we're good.
Oh?
No.
What about yourself?
Real quick shout out. Brand new book just came out yesterday. Lab Dog by Melanie Kaplan. A beagle and his human investigate the surprising world of animal research. Get it.
Not sure?
No.
What about yourself? Well, how would you feel, let's say, if you were in that situation?
Yeah, that's not always like that.
It is.
No.
We're showing the most common forms of
Yeah,
exploitation.
I know, but you have also that they are walking around in a group. I know that's not good, I know, but there are also pigs who walk around on the farm.
So let's say, you're walking around, you're free. Would it be acceptable to exploit you for your body
but
parts?
even not all people are free in the world.
Yeah, so I'm saying you are free. Would that be acceptable to exploit and to murder you?
No, but it's a murder.
So why is it acceptable to do that to them?
No, but it's a way of life.
But it doesn't have to be, not for you.
Yeah,
Imagine if your oppressor said, I'm going to exploit you because it's a way of life. I've always done this. Would that be acceptable?
I think, yeah. How can I explain that? I think we never really agreed with each other about that.
But you do agree because you're saying one thing applies to you and something different applies to them.
Yeah,
so there's an inconsistency.
People have also to eat, and there's not enough space to...
Really? How do you think we grow all the crops to feed all the animals?
I don't know.
90 billion land animals. There's only 8 billion humans. You don't think we could feed 8 billion humans when we can feed 80 billion land animals?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
Tell me.
Well, the problem is
All those sips of water aren't going to dry your embarrassment. I know what's happening in your mouth. You're all embarrassed, so you're taking those sips because your mouth's getting all dried out. That's what's happening, right?
that they're being exploited. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you're saying that it's not okay for it to happen to you, but it's okay for it to happen to them? Why?
But, people choose for that because they have to eat.
Yeah, but we can eat something else,
Yeah, but
right?
what?
Victoria.
Everything else that doesn't come from an animal. Fruits, vegetables, pulses, beans, lentils,
It's
legumes.
also to eat some meat. Isn't it?
Sorry?
It's also good to eat some meat.
Sorry.
It's not good for the animals.
No, it's not good.
Sorry, you're stuck at work. frustrating.
for the animals. But
And we can be healthy and
Just tell your boss something important just came up. All right. Jeremy went live. They'll understand.
we can eat a nutritious plant-based diet.
it's always like that in the whole world. It's not so fair about how people treat each other, and also the people eat some meat.
Yeah, so you can change. You can do something about it.
You think that we can change that?
Yeah, because we are,
We're too
this
late for
only
that.
happens because
We
we
are too
pay
late-
for it.
We are already too late for that.
Imagine if
change
your oppressor said to you, it's too late, it's happening all over the world, so I'm going to exploit you and I'm going to oppress you and murder you. What would your response be?
That's how it is.
It's how it is?
That's
Would you
how it
say,
is.
please don't do that?
Yeah.
I want to continue living. So why is it any different for them?
Yeah, but we are human, a lot are animals. And I
So-
think for me it's not different.
Well, what if they said, well, I'm British and you're this nationality, or, I'm this skin color or this
doesn't matter.
religion?
Matter
It's
what-
discrimination.
No, but we're all human and what are animals.
So what's the morally relevant difference between us and them?
For me, it's a difference for how I think
Yeah,
about
what's
it.
the morally relevant one that justifies
Is this mic working okay? I had to change it real quick before I started.
exploiting them, but wouldn't justify it happening to us?
Yeah, in the past it also happened to us.
Yeah.
Louis, John ARA. Awesome activists in the stream. That's very cool.
And was that wrong?
Yeah, it was really
So why is it wrong for us, but it's not wrong for them?
because that are animals.
So are we. I'm saying, what's the difference between humans and other animals that justifies it happening to them, but not to us?
I think we will never agree with that.
Well, what's the answer to the
No,
question?
because I think
another
we are
sip.
human and not are
Yeah.
animals.
You're gonna
Like
be
you
drying
said,
out.
what's the morally relevant difference between humans and other animals that justifies it happening to them, but wouldn't justify it happening to us?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You understand the question?
Yeah, I understand the question.
That's like me saying, why are you picking on this disabled kid? Well, he's disabled and I'm not. But why does it matter that he's disabled, Because these animals, they can feel, they can think, they have emotions. You're against the oppression for you, but not for them.
Yeah, that's why I think it.
You know the word speciesism?
Yeah.
What's your understanding of that?
You can still be a human supremacist and be vegan, because it is in our best interest for the world to go vegan as well. That would be supremacy if you had that mindset, which isn't great, but at least you wouldn't be hurting anybody.
Let it continue.
No, speciesism is like oppression towards animals based on their species. They're different to us. It's kind of like racism or sexism, but your
didn't even
species is
see
towards the
your
animals.
comment.
You discriminate based
I
on them
said that,
being
didn't you?
different to you.
Yeah.
I said it.
But I think we have another way of thinking, but it doesn't matter, right? So it's good that you.
Of course it matters because
It actually came up. I swear I hadn't seen that comment. It came up naturally. Are you bingo carding me, Vegan Anthem? I feel like you're starting to learn me. Maybe I'm getting too predictable.
these animals, they're being exploited because of you. Would it matter if it was happening to you?
Yeah, not only to me,
Yeah.
to all the people, but
You could.
what I said, that are animals.
But you
it
can
doesn't
do
matter.
something about this. And it doesn't matter that they're animals. They still think and feel just like
I mean, the cockroaches are probably going to outlive us. Feminists can be women supremacists when I say that. Who, him? I don't know. Benji, what's up?
you.
Do you think?
They're other animals. We are animals too.
Yeah.
They're different species. It doesn't mean that they're worthy of being discriminated against and exploited needlessly.
Don't think about it, okay?
Think about it.
Don't think about it.
Think
It's
of what
your
you,
words. Your
what,
words.
what are you thinking about?
Yeah. What you explain me. But
The animals don't care if you think about it. They care what you do, not what you say.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be good enough for you. So why is it good enough for them?
Speak up.
For a bit of context, before the camera started rolling, this man told me that his daughter was vegan and that she'd tried to outreach him before. So I thought I'd use this as an opportunity to try and really challenge him, just like I would want another vegan to do to my dad. And he seemed like a pretty chill guy, so he handled it really well, to be honest. They're tough questions.
I don't know. He was okay, I guess.
I might have had to tone it down a little bit if he started getting defensive or closing off, but he seemed fairly relaxed and open to questions, and he said he was going to think about the conversation at the end, so who knows? But I really liked this conversation, and it was very refreshing just to be able to be brutally honest and have that back and forth. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you to anybody who currently supports me as a member on Patreon or YouTube. And if you're not yet a member and you think my work is valuable, please do consider joining if you're able to, as I'd love to do more of this work.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Big fan. Such a big fan that I've got another one pulled up. Look at this. It's really because, you know, I don't have to change the screen. It says it Jim Lettuce, doesn't it, on the screen? Yes, it does. So we gotta stick with it.
So you are exploiting millions of bees.
Oh my days.
Yeah, that's a fact. I know that.
It's not your meat, it's theirs.
No.
It's from their bodies.
They produce a lot of vegetables. You have
And pulls an Uno reverse on unsuspecting vegan. Oh man.
to kill a lot of animals.
This is a vegan argument that you're using.
No.
Yes, it is.
Because you don't understand what I'm saying.
Yes and no. It's yes or no.
I respect the animals as part of my food chain.
That's not respect.
You have absolutely wrong. There are some animals. Their purpose is to feed us.
So what if the human being who was murdering other human beings, what if...
We used to be part of the chain of food chain.
Yeah.
To be.
So-
And they die when we weren't civilized.
Mm-hmm.
We're part of food chain.
Yeah.
Other animals, they used to eat us.
Yeah.
And they still do a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
But it's the circle of life. I'm not going to murder an animal
Circle of death.
violently, because there's a proper way.
You think that murder cannot be violent? If somebody murdered you, that would be violent, right?
Yeah, but it's a proper way for me.
What would be the proper way to kill you?
When I used to study chef, they learn us how to kill big hogs
Yeah, but what would...
Take notes, Jem. You can use this on them.
with the big veins in the neck.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't feel nothing.
But what would be the proper way to kill you? Or any, or your family?
Just sleep, just like you sleep. You get into sleep.
and that-
Losing blood and you're sleeping.
And that would be okay?
You're sleeping.
It would be okay, though, for somebody to take your life and your family, your child?
If it's the food chain, yeah. If some animal is going to eat me and my family because we are in the drugs, it's okay. It's hard, yes, but it's okay.
No, but what if it's a human who has another option? They can go to the supermarket and they can eat plants instead? Would it still be justified for them to take your life or your family's life?
And again, what you're saying is different.
How?
Why am I going to eat vegetables and stuff that I eat? Vegetables and stuff.
Yeah.
But what am I taking for the vegetables and what am I taking for the animals? It's different.
If you were convinced that we could be healthy as vegans without exploiting other animals and we can get all of our nutrients and everything we need on a plant-based diet, would you do it? No?
I wonder what.
No, because
I wonder what she thinks of this.
I talk only for me. In Greece and especially in my island, we produce a lot of vegetables.
Right.
Yo, what's up, Chip? Nice to see you. Yeah, okay. We got a new game, y'all. All right. First of all, now we have the concept of the Jeremy Bingo card, which I welcome. So if y'all have been watching my channel for a while, you know the things that I go to. So put down your bingo card, fill it out, for what Jeremy says because I have to repeat myself a lot. Y'all know this. Okay. And then make a separate bingo card for the dude. So just think about what are some of the things that I always say. I feel like I repeat myself constantly because I have to. They make me.
To do that vegetables, we have to kill a lot of animals.
To produce vegetables.
And everybody. Like if somebody tell me that we are vegan, and I respect that.
So-
Be whatever you want. And I don't kill animals. No, you do.
Are you against the killing of animals? Should we maximize or
Hey y'all, we got a nice crowd here. Stay tuned for the next video. I want to feature a small channel. So we'll do that next.
minimize that?
Minimize that.
Yeah, because you realize, right, that for animals,
There are animals because I'm a meat eater.
How-
I feel, I know, I think about my future. I'm a meat eater. I want to have animals to eat in all my life. So it has to be minimize the killing.
but what about what they want? They don't
Doesn't
want to
make
be
sense.
exploited and they don't want to be murdered. Should we not consider that? In the same way you would want somebody to consider you
Yeah.
if you were
Can you
in
do
that
it?
position. Sorry?
Can you do it?
Do what? Kill an animal?
No. Don't kill an animal.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
exploiting animals.
Are you vegan?
Yes.
So you are exploiting animals.
How?
All right, I'm going to start the bingo card. Okay. Crop deaths, we knew was coming. All right. Next down, plants feel pain. iPhone, though. That's the third one. Is iPhone, though. Let's see. What's another good one? Oh man, I feel like I've been stuck on those for a while. So I feel like we always get crop deaths and plants feel pain. And I haven't seen much else. Okay. I'm not going to make a difference. The futility, okay? Appeal to futility. Futility. All right, that's next. All right, what's fifth? Let me get some suggestions from y'all. Plants has feeling. Yep, plants have feelings though. Yeah, make sure you write though after each one. Avocados, good one. Good one, John. Avocados. Do we combine almonds? Now let's put almonds over here. I've got 5 down. We'll just do 3 rows, okay? We'll do 3 rows. Okay. Almonds up at the top. Next row. All right. One below that. How am I not thinking of more? They don't speak though. No communication. Should we? Plants feel pain. I really want to put plants communicate, but that's part of plants feel pain. What's that? NECUC. What is that again? I forget. How did I not think of protein? Oh my God. I'm lacking. B12. That's what I'm lacking. Put that next. Plant, unproven. Futility, pleasure. Pleasure. Yeah, we'll put pleasure. Hopefully we can all check that one off for ourselves. Tradition. We'll go top row. Tradition. We're just doing 5 down, 5 down, 5 down. Might makes right. All right. I like this. Vegan anthems got me. Popularity. Let's see. Anecdote, straw man, hypocrisy. Does B12 actually exist? Good question. Hypocrisy appeal. I like that. Appeal to hypocrisy. I mean, some of these we're gonna get multiple checks when we got iPhone though, but that's okay. That helps us win. Religion. God. Yes. God. Good one, Nilf. No ethical okay, I like that. Good one. All right. I've got my bingo chart. Okay. It looks like that. I know y'all can't see it, but anyway, to recap, top left, down 5 of them. Crop deaths, plants feel pain, iPhone though. Wait, you all have to do it different. Shit. That's how bingo works. Fuck. Okay. I'm not old yet, so I don't have to know about bingo too much. Felix, what's up? Okay. Felix, write this down. We're doing bingo card. Write down all these and then do 5 down, 5 down, 5 down. 3 rows of 5. Wait, does that work? I don't know. It's too many. It's too much to think about. Crop deaths, almonds, tradition, plants feel pain, no communication, might makes right, iPhone though, protein, appeal to hypocrisy, appeal to futility, B12, God, avocados, pleasure. Settle down, Nilf. And no ethical consumption under capitalism. That's it. Yeah, we gotta have canines. Shit, you're right. Well, I don't have that on mine, but you put that on yours. Okay, canine teeth. Y'all keep making. I've got mine.
You eating avocado?
Yes.
Millions of bees.
Oh my days.
Yeah, that's a fact. I know that. I do that.
Right.
I produce a lot of vegetables. You have to kill a lot of animals.
Are you talking about
cucumbers,
Crop deaths.
tomatoes.
Okay, listen to me, right? If you want to kill the most amount of animals, then the best thing to do is to not be vegan. I'm not talking about killing animals. I'm talking about exploiting them, confining them, taking away their babies, raping them, murdering them. This is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
I get
killing.
you, understand. But
No?
killing is killing. As you said, murdering is murdering. If I kill something...
No, I'm talking about exploitation, right?
That's different.
You're saying
That's
that...
because there is big factories, big corporations that they have the mask behind Vogue, behind Hilton Hotels, behind big corporation. I'm not a big corporation. I don't like to buy from big corporation.
Right.
I like to buy my meat from...
It's not your meat, it's theirs.
No.
It's from their bodies.
Understand?
Yeah?
Understand?
So if somebody said to you, I want to eat my... This is my meat. Your body belongs to
Not on mine. Could be on Felix's. Small farms, though.
me because you are a resource for me. So this is my meat. I'm going to take that. Would you accept that? If they had another option.
And if they mention organic, we all lose. Everybody loses. There's no winners there's no winners with organic.
They can be plant-based. Would you accept that?
Yes or no? Because you don't understand what I'm saying.
Yes or no? It's yes or no.
No, it's not yes or no.
Yes, it
Because
is.
you're a vegan. I understand that and I respect that. Okay, do whatever you want.
But you don't respect them.
I don't know. I don't respect.
If anybody wants to put down on their bingo card, embarrassed girlfriend, you can check that off because he had one. And now we've seen this multiple times where the girlfriend is watching her boyfriend flail around in front of Jem.
What they do.
So then
The industries, I don't respect that.
you demand the respect that you...
Oh, I got another one. Other activist sighting. Like in this one, if we see Kane walking back there, check it off. Kane sighting. Or anybody that we know. But they have to be like, prominent on YouTube. Like we all got to know them.
You refuse to give to them.
No.
That's the thing.
No. I told you the opposite way. I don't respect the corporation. What are they doing?
I'm not asking you to respect the corporation. I'm asking you to respect the animals.
I respect the animals as part of my food chain.
That's not respect.
The same to you.
If somebody wanted to make you part of their chain and kill you, that is not respect.
No. You have to understand, you're a vegan. You are killing animals anyway. Yeah?
I'm not talking about killing. I'm talking about respecting them.
You are not...
Check off appeal to futility. I got a second one. I'm on my way.
Exploiting them.
You are not respecting them because you're killing them.
You say
Because you know you want almonds, you want
Being vegan.
avocado, you want this, you want the other. All that to become, you have to kill animals.
you say we should minimize, right?
Chemicals. You are killing animals with chemicals.
I don't use pesticides, and they won't be used in a vegan world. So this is a
We have had Circle of Life already. If y'all want to put that, you can certainly add that to your card. But be honest now, don't put them in a row. That would be unfair.
vegan argument that you're using.
no.
Yes, it is.
You have to be part of that. You can understand. Look,
Okay.
I grew up in Greece. I grew up in a village, so I have to dirty my hands, my body, my mind, everything to become who I am today. And I decided to become a meat eater. I like to be a meat eater.
Do you,
I respect everything and everyone.
no, you don't respect these animals.
No, you have absolutely wrong about that.
You can't respect them if you consume them.
You have absolutely wrong. If you like history,
It would be-
if you like to respect the human being as a human being, you have to see all the way back to old civilization.
All right, write down crash out as well, if you want, on your card for when the interviewee crashes out. So far, this guy's not qualifying for a crash out.
Kill
In my
with and they respect
I am-
what they kill.
I asked you, right, if it would be respectful for somebody to do the same to you, right?
If I'm a part of the
But you don't have to be.
why?
A human could eat you, right? But they have other options. They have alternatives. We don't eat animals because we have to. We eat animals because we want to. Join that.
Yes, but imagine an animal that's 100% meat. A lion, a tiger.
Did anybody have daughter says shut the fuck up? Because I didn't have that on my bingo card. That's the first one. His daughter's like, can you shut up? I like animals. Let's get the fuck out of here.
We have a choice.
Are you
They
go-
don't.
Why?
Because they live in nature. We have supermarkets.
So we have supermarket, but we have to buy vegan stuff and not meat anymore. Meat stuff and I'm against of that.
Why not? You don't respect animals.
You are seeing black and white without seeing the white.
You say that we should minimize the amount of animals we kill, right? You know, these animals,
You
They-
have to minimize the way we kill the animal.
that's
There is a
great.
better way. In all the villages, in all over the world, there is a proper way.
Is there a
The
proper
big
way?
companies-
There's a proper way to do the same to you? A
And
proper way.
when I'm
I don't even know where to start with this one. This was so frustrating watching back because it's pretty clear that he just wasn't interested in listening to anything that I had to say. My mic kept dropping out too, which was also annoying, so if anyone knows why that was happening, please do let me know. I pointed out lots of contradictions in his logic,
There's
but I
that
honestly
video.
don't think he
Why
could even
Cincy? What's
comprehend
up?
that because he wasn't interested in thinking critically. I think sticking to the AV protocol and also calling him out for interrupting me would have helped, but the conversation would have probably just ended a lot sooner because he wasn't answering my questions, and when he did, he just changed the topic before I could push back. Please do let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and if you've got this far,
All right. Good job, video. Yeah, I just said that. All right. Here's a new channel I just discovered. Came across my feed. Never saw this guy before. Stanley Betts, vegan activist. 44 subs, which means 6 more and he can go live. So let's get him the Jeremy bump. Let's do it. And let's watch his content because he's very much like Jem. He holds people very accountable. I've watched 2 of his videos. I'm going to show you all one that I saw, which was this one, because it was actually I want to show you all both the ones I saw. Perfect example of extreme cognitive dissonance and creating 2 strong vegan activists. And then maybe we'll watch a third one. Stanley, let me get the name right. Stanley Betts, vegan activist. Stanley Betts, vegan Okay. We're going to go through like I did. Start.
So how did you guys feel about that film you just saw?
It's actually horrible. Like, you would think that they would be like more clear about like what's going on. It's just, oh, it's so sick. It's so sad.
Do you guys agree we should be respecting other animals?
100%. Yeah, they should treat animals like how we treat humans. To be honest.
Can we truly respect other animals if we're exploiting them for their flesh, milk, eggs, or for any other reason?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, no.
Do you guys know what the original definition of veganism is?
No.
So veganism is the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. Exploiting means using someone for your own purposes.
Okay.
So you reject all animal exploitation, and practices naturally flow from that, such as diet. You don't consume flesh, breast milk, eggs, but also clothing. You don't wear cow skin or sheep wool, and you don't go to the zoo or circus. Do you guys agree with that principle that we should live without exploiting other animals?
Yeah, obviously it'd be hard because like that's how like mankind is like.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking my B12, y'all. If y'all want to know my position on that, I'm gonna listen to the scientists. Love James. I'm taking my B12. It's not hurting me.
Kind of grown up with, but I think it should be done. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah? Do you agree?
Yeah.
And do you guys know what the biggest advantage is of being a vegan?
No.
So the biggest advantage for those animals, they will no longer be exploited because of you.
Okay.
And for yourselves, when you say you respect other animals, you'll no longer be a hypocrite.
That sounds fair. Yeah.
So what do you feel is stopping both of you from being vegan from now?
It's quite difficult. Yeah, 100% would try and do it because like that's just made me feel sick that like I've kind of like treated someone like that. So, yeah, I would try it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would never try it because that was like horrible what I just seen.
If you were in their position, if you were a pig in a gas chamber or a male chick,
I feel like it'd be too easy to put try it though on our bingo cards because, you know, we're going to hear that a lot. That should be just like the middle one, right? There's like the gimme, try. Try could be the gimme.
to go into a grinder like you saw, how fast would you need the injustice to end?
Oh, so quickly.
Quickly?
Yeah, really quickly.
So from now, how many animals should be exploited because of you? Should it be 0 or more than 0?
0.
So vegan from now?
Yeah, probably after that video. Yeah, 100%.
You 100% go vegan?
Probably, yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
When you say probably, what do you mean?
It's going to be hard because, like, my family and stuff are, like...
This is going to be one of those channels that takes off, I think. And we're going to check it, you know, a couple weeks from now. It's going to be up in the hundreds. It should. He's very good.
So into it. But, like, yeah, I would try, but I would be very tempted.
You'll try. If you guys were in my cage, right? Yeah, I had you in 2 cages. And I said, I'll try to free you.
The audio in this one's not great, of course.
Would that be acceptable?
What can you do?
No, I get where you're coming from.
What would you need me to do instead?
Just let me out.
But especially when I can, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can free them right now by being vegan. But when you say try, you're going to continue exploiting them when you don't need to.
He's just too hot, you know, on the mic. The mic's too hot. It's too loud. So that's why it's doing that.
Yeah.
So will you guys go vegan from now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great, guys. Shake
Look
your
at
hand on
that.
that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Great. What's your
You
name?
got it.
Neve.
Neve. What's yours?
Yeah.
There. I'm Stanley. Nice to meet you guys. You got good, strong characters.
You know, Stanley, like I don't mean to like talk about people's appearance, but sometimes they'll do it if it's a compliment. He reminds me of that tennis player Yannick Sinner. Y'all know Yannick Sinner, the redhead.
Yeah.
Like him.
And do you agree that these animals should be actively defended?
Yeah, 100%.
Like I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So don't just be silent vegans, but speak up for them, because
Okay.
we are the only voices they have.
Have other animals as
Oh.
slaves. It's not okay to have anybody.
So how did you guys feel
I
about
looked
that?
at the chat and then, yeah, YouTube is dead. It's really hard to grow. I have started the yeah, and I know, Chip, and that's what I do. That's like my whole thing. Long ass interviews. I did one the other day. Published it a week or 2 ago. That was 3 hours, y'all. I knew it was too long, but it was it flowed. I don't know who's going to listen to it, but that was cool. That was Andy Stepanian of the Shack 7. So he doesn't do many interviews lately, so it was really cool to talk to him. Yeah, it's just hard to grow a channel with long interviews, but what are you going to do? All right, that was that first video. Let's look at that. We got him over 50. Just like that. Just like that. Give yourselves a pat on the back for getting Stanley over 50. He got the Jeremy bump and the Chip bump and the John bump. He got all our bumps. He got so bumpy in this. He came down with bumps. Poor guy. It's a rash. Okay.
So how did you feel?
This one was interesting. We're going to be marking off some ones on our bingo card for this one.
About that video you saw?
It was dark.
Dark.
Very, very dark. Obviously, you understand how it gets from farm to table, but you don't see everything in the middle or something. So.
Yeah. So do you agree that we should be respecting other animals?
Yeah, definitely.
But do you feel we can truly respect other animals if we're exploiting them for their flesh, breast milk, eggs, skin, or for any other reason?
No.
You agree that's a contradiction? To say you respect someone while also stealing from them?
Yeah, but that's the same as, I mean, you can say that about any kind of thing too. The clothing that we wear, or, everything has to be packaged and used in some form of way. Us as humans, whether it be animal, vegetable, or mineral, have a habit of exploiting everything.
But in terms of this injustice of these animals, you agree?
Thank you, Felix. Huh. I don't know who you're all talking about right there. Yeah, we have a lot of friendly fire, don't we? Activists on activists criticism. I don't love it. I don't like it at all. And I don't even know what to do with it. But here's my appeal to all of you, and all of you are pretty cool. But if it's not constructive criticism, then what the fuck are we doing? Like, we're on the same team. I'm really sick of it.
It's a contradiction to say I respect animals while also murdering them for their flesh, exploiting them.
I guess my point is, let's not do the industry's job for them. Let them try to fuck us up. They're really bad at it.
Their milk, eggs, skin.
We're good at it. They suck at it. We're good at it. So unless they're us, which is very possible, some of them might be us. But yeah, we're pretty damn near unstoppable when we are all focused and on the same page.
That's the contradiction?
Yeah, I mean, if you go down individual aspects of an individual person, then I respect animals because I wouldn't do that. But if you're saying, but I not eat food because that happens, I think we live in a world where ignorance is bliss.
So if I'll make it really simple. So if you were my victim and I said I respect you, but I murder you for your flesh, would that be respectful?
No.
No. So it's the same for those animals too. Yeah. Do you know what the original definition of veganism is?
No.
I'm
not a vegan, no, sir.
Yeah. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
So veganism is the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. And exploitation means to use someone for your own purpose. So you view other animals as individuals existing for their own reasons and not as commodities for you or me.
Yeah.
Practices come from this, naturally flow from that principle, such as you don't consume flesh, drink breast milk, but you also don't wear cow skin or go to the zoo. Do you agree with that principle that humans should live without using other animals?
Well, I mean, just by showing me a video for 3 minutes and asking me questions afterwards, you can't change the way.
He is very good, very articulate, to the point, very on the ball.
That I am as a human.
You can't change.
Well, no, you can.
You can,
but
yes.
After seeing something here, like you've literally pulled me over and said to me, by the way, I need to have a chat with you. And then you've collared me basing it on the information that you have there, saying that that's my fault. So you've sort of come over and said to me, these things need changing. What am I going to do to change it? But that's not my job.
So why is this happening? Why are these animals
I
being
don't know,
exploited
because
to death?
that's not the
You don't
industry.
know.
So I don't work in that industry. So you've asked me as a person. Sorry, 2 seconds. You've asked me as a person to come over and watch a video for 3 minutes, and then asked me to change that.
Okay. I did tell us, the chat, to write down crash out. I think that's sort of separate from emotional meltdown. And I think you can write down emotional meltdown as well as crash out. Those are two different things. And then you get 2 checks.
I can't change that as a human being.
Sorry to spoil the ending, but he crashes out.
I can't change an industry.
Let me know when I can respond to you.
Yeah. As
Appeal to futility. We already checked it.
a person, just like the point that's on video, as a person, as an industry, I can't change that. As an individual, just like I can't change the government, I can't change things. As a person, I could change the way that I am, but as an industry, I can't change that. So the way that you're bringing these questions across to me, you're trying to say to me, right, watch a video. By the way, I want to talk to you. Are you going to be vegan? No.
Thanks for
I can't
stopping
change.
in, Chip.
I won't change to be a vegan because I
Always an honor to see you in the chat. By the way, I need to. We're gonna do an interview, Chip. We're gonna do it.
I animals, and most people do.
Can I respond to you now?
Yeah.
Okay, so consumers are the reason this is happening.
Yeah.
The animals are exploited.
Yeah. So if I stopped, will this consumerism still stop? Will these shops?
You will no longer have blood on your hands. You'll no
I
longer
don't
have
have the blood on
victims.
my hands. What you're asking me to do
Yeah,
is
every animal is okay.
please.
I can't speak. Okay.
No, please. You're saying that I need. So me as a person is going to have the blood on my hands.
Yes.
No, I won't.
You do have blood on your hands.
I don't
as
have
long as
blood
you're
on
not
my hands.
vegan,
The
you
people
do.
who do this have the blood on their hands.
But they do it for you. You
They
as
don't
the
do it for me
consumer. Yeah,
personally.
yeah, they
No,
do for you.
They don't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it for me personally. They do it for every person who buys this.
And you're one of those people.
Yeah, but
There are pigs.
Yes, Chip, we'll do that. We'll do that. Thank you so much, Chip. That's so nice of you. By the way, I started collabing all my old videos. So I didn't know how this worked. So here's what happens when you collab with someone. I think the way it works is the person who made the original video, it shows up on your videos, but there's a separate section now on YouTube channels called collaboration. And so it'll also show up there. And then on the person you collab with, it'll show up on their collaboration thing, but not in their regular videos. So it means that more people are going to see the video. It doesn't seem to work backwards very well. Like if you go back and invite collab, like what I did yesterday and today was to invite all my old interviews to collab. 3 of them have done so. Others have had trouble with the link. And then other people are busy, haven't seen my message. But Plant Geezer, Animal Activism Collective, and Stephen Lee August, Vegan Heretic, all collabed. And I seen it show up in their collab section. I haven't seen the videos get any kind of bump. So I assume that when you post it as a collab and the video is fresh, it probably helps out a lot. But regarding old videos, doesn't do a whole lot. But it could in the future as more people will discover it by looking at different pages. So I don't know. I don't want to tell people what to do with their YouTube channels because who knows, like maybe it could fuck something up for all I know. But if you happen to have done interviews with someone, especially like a big channel, it could really behoove you, I think, to go back and collab, see if they want to collab. So something to think about. This is one of those features that would have been really nice a year ago when I started. Fuck's sake, YouTube. Would have been perfect for what I was doing. Oh well.
Cows and chickens that have been exploited to death for you. Because it's supply and demand, right? You're demanding that supply of animals being exploited for you.
I'm not exploiting anything.
Yes, you are.
I'm buying what's readily available to me.
Recommended for both.
Those animals are being exploited for you.
Please, no.
Yes.
You've picked an individual who you've asked to come watch a video.
Who's responsible for this.
Yeah, and then you've then asked me Am I responsible for this? No, I'm not.
I haven't asked. I've told you. You
No,
are.
no, I'm not responsible
I'm
for
not
this.
asking. I'm telling you. You
No,
are
no,
responsible.
Emotional meltdown. Check it off.
For this.
Don't talk to me like
Go ahead and check crash out.
that. No, you're not.
You are responsible for this.
I'm not responsible for
Yes, you are.
this. So if I physically grabbed these animals, I've put them in a pen and I've murdered them.
They're in gas.
Have I or have I not?
They're in gas chambers for you.
No, they're not in gas chambers for me.
Yes, they are.
They're in gas chambers for everyone.
Yeah, including you. It's very
Not,
simple.
not including me.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
How dare you pull me to one side, ask me to watch a video, offer me something, and then blame me for the way this world is?
Okay, you're getting aggressive, so I'm going to end this conversation.
Well done. I love how he ended it too. Like this guy's having an emotional meltdown, and he's like, "Okay, you're kind of done." He was very, very calm, cool, collected during that whole thing. Stanley Betts, well done. Let's watch one more of his since I'd already seen those two. And it's all about me, right? You know, in my experience. Yeah, got triggered. Holy shit. Okay, so 52. We're still growing. Very nice. Let's watch the latest one. And then what else do I have pulled up? I got Plant Geezer. We'll do Plant Geezer next. Okay, let's watch this one day ago.
I think it's perfectly okay to use and abuse animals. What do you think?
I don't like the word use. I don't think use would be the right word. I think it's a way of interacting with the world. When you talk about nutrition, for example, would you agree that we do need certain nutrients from animals?
We can't survive without eating animals and animal products. We need to use animals. We need to put them in gas chambers. We need to shoot them in the head. Otherwise, we won't survive.
Does it count? Can we check off B12 and protein if he said certain nutrients? I don't think so. He has to say the words.
No, I disagree with that.
Really? Why do you disagree?
Gas chambers?
Yeah. 90% of pigs are killed in gas chambers, and I think that's perfectly acceptable. Gas chambers are ethical, I believe.
No, I think we could be more humane in that sense.
Well, gas chambers are proved as humane by the RSPCA. They are the most humane option.
Okay, so
How would you kill pigs?
Nice.
I don't know. I'm not sure. We would have to bring consensus to it, and if that institution that you mentioned has brought that consensus through scientific studies and to think that that's the best way, maybe so.
You disagree with this, right? You disagree with it's okay to use animals, but you eat animals. You eat animal products.
I do not disagree.
You don't.
No.
So you think it is? You think it is totally okay to use animals?
I was curious about the
word use. So what else are we doing to them if we're not using them?
Well, more specifically, we're eating them.
But they're being used, right? They're being used for their flesh.
It's a usage, I guess. Yeah.
You think that's okay to use others for their flesh, eggs, milk? Is it okay to strip their skin, take their milk, separate calves from mothers? You know, because we have to do that to take their milk, take the cow's milk. Is it okay to do this in the name of protein, calcium, taste?
I think there are nuances to it.
So it's a gray area.
Don't check protein yet. He said it. The Mark's got to say it.
I would say there is a gray area.
I assume for the animals, it's not much of a gray area. Like they would prefer not to be used. But I don't care.
Surely not. Surely not. I understand the way you're taking this as reverse psychology.
Yeah, so I'm vegan.
Okay.
I think it's wrong to use other animals.
Okay.
Do you know what veganism means? The original definition.
I do.
You know the original definition?
Not the original definition, but I guess it would be like consuming what nature offers without animal cruelty.
So the word use is actually part of the definition. So it's the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. Exploit is just another word for use. Using someone for your own selfish purposes.
Right.
That principle informs the practice of not consuming flesh, dairy, eggs, not wearing cow skin, not going to the zoo. You just reject all forms of exploitation towards other animals. You just see it all as wrong. What do you think about that principle, that we should live without using other animals?
I don't know. I think there are ethical ways to consume animals, poultry and whatever.
These chickens are still slaughtered in whatever ethical way it is, right? They have no freedom. They're held captive by the farmer and they're slaughtered. usually at a young age. How humane, how ethical is that?
Not very much so.
Like, would you prefer to be yourself or in their position?
I prefer to be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's not
wouldn't
that
mind
ethical then.
becoming like, if I were to become like food or soap or
He's
whatever.
getting it. He's
Instead
getting
of them,
it.
maybe I would do it. The interesting argument that I would put on the table is consciousness. The level of consciousness that humans have
No.
has a certain divine value. I would put that on the table to like
He
wonder
looks young.
about that, because somehow many religions assume that
He speaks with wisdom.
human consciousness has a certain level of worth, and I think that that's something to ponder about. I came in unprepared, but
He's probably like 60 years old, just been vegan his whole life and looks young. He's probably 60. That's my guess.
I think that's one thing I would.
So a level of consciousness justifies using other animals.
That justifies. I wouldn't jump into that so quickly.
Okay. Why are you bringing it up then?
Because I think that, for example, in the Bible, we are instructed to, like, I'm paraphrasing, but to make use of the land in the way that we produce and administer the land, the world, for example. I think that requires, because our bodies are best function with certain nutrients. And I don't know if that is complete justification of it, but I do think that it must have some reason. And looking spiritually into it, I think that reason goes beyond our human minds, our human...
Here's my question though. Do you feel like cows, pigs, and chickens, do they exist for their own reasons, or do they exist to be used by humans? Does a chicken exist to be slaughtered and eaten by you, or does that chicken exist to live its own life?
I would go to like a quantum response to that. I think that the interaction with the chicken and the existence of the chicken within our reality makes something different out of it. But I'm jumping into a different realm. We think what
Let's just stay in this realm. You got a chicken. Does that chicken exist to live its life without being slaughtered by a human, or does it exist for the sole purpose of being on someone's plate as a meal?
I see. Yeah.
If you were that chicken, do you prefer to live your own life free from harm, or are the sole reason that you exist is to be enslaved by a human?
I think the chickens should be able to live, but I'm not sure if it is conscious enough.
But why
to decide what life is?
What about sentience? Shouldn't the fact that they're sentient give them the right not to be used or abused, right?
Right.
Yeah, we've promoted that channel there, JS, to get the 50 subs, but y'all go ahead and sub to that channel as well. Mystical Realms, though. All right, now we gotta have a limit on the bingo card. I'm surprised we don't have a bingo yet.
Sentience, I would agree.
So
consciousness, not so much.
Okay, so let's stick with sentience then. So, do you know what the biggest advantage is of living vegan?
No, I wouldn't know.
For the animals, they will no longer be exploited to death because of you. And for yourself, when you say you respect other animals, you'll no longer be a hypocrite. Yeah?
Sounds pretty
good advantage, right?
Yeah.
You're no longer the reason animals are exploited and abused, and you are living in alignment with your morals. You are respecting animals with your actions, not just with your words. So what do you feel is stopping you from living that principle and starting to respect animals?
Never crossed my mind. It's never been like a moral issue to me. I guess it's just normal.
Yeah, it is normal. That's why we're here, right? To get these questions going in people's heads.
Right.
Because that's the problem. Normal is not always moral. Slavery was normal. Women not having the vote was normal. Sexual abuse was normal. But these things are now not normal. They're wrong. But animal abuse is normal. Animal use is normalized. So that's why I'm here to question that. Why are we using animals?
Right.
What's this idea of human supremacy that we feel we have the right to exploit others? So if you were to say from now, what do you feel is stopping you from now respecting animals and being vegan?
Before that,
Yeah.
have you inverted that logic, the last one you said?
Yeah.
About, is there a way where humans are actually not superior, but having some kind of divine capacity in the way that we are conscious beings creating a new reality every second that goes by? Because most animals do not have a way of understanding time.
Okay.
You know, so I agree with the
So
part of sentience, but
if I had more consciousness than you and a better way of perceiving time, would that justify me slaughtering you? Because these are you're using these parts
Yeah.
of humans that may be different to other animals to justify.
What if I knew that it was 48 on the hour? What if I knew that without looking at my screen, which I did not do? I just knew that it's 48 on the hour.
Exploiting them. So I'm putting you in the victim's seat, right? If you were the victim and I said, "Oh, I've got higher consciousness than you, and I've got a better sense of time," would that justify me abusing you?
I understand. But in that sense, where you're putting it, I wouldn't.
That means you are all my subjects, and I can do with you as I will. So don't blame me for whatever happens.
Would never put myself as a victim.
We have to. We need to understand this issue because we can't look at it from the oppressor's lens. We've got to look at it from their lens.
I don't think there
don't
are
think so?
oppressor or oppressed in a higher, like, realm.
It's very simple for the pigs, cows, and chickens.
Of course, but
That they're
I'm
being
talking
oppressed.
I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself.
All right, now answer me this, chatters. Is there anybody watching now who is not subbed to my channel? If so, correct that. And then sub to Stanley.
I feel, sir, that you want to talk about this higher level of consciousness to avoid this real world issue of exploiting other animals. You're kind of going into metaphysics, whatever,
Yeah.
but we're losing the simplicity of this issue. A pig does not want to be in a gas chamber. A chicken does not want to have their throat slit. These animals don't want to be used by humans. You agree with that? So therefore, we should respect them and leave them alone. It's as simple as that. It's not.
And if you don't sub to me, how do you think you're going to tell time? Answer me that. Are you going to know what time it is? I don't think so.
Not difficult. So if you were in their position, if you were in a cage, if you were in a slaughterhouse, how fast would you need to be free?
Surely now.
You can use your imagination and put yourself in their position. So from now, how many animals should be exploited because of you? Should it be 0 or more than 0?
Under your logic, it should be 0.
So if you really want it to be 0, and if you need it to be 0, then you must live vegan from today. Will you do that?
I'll give it a shot. Next time I see something in the menu, I'll try to choose the vegan option, maybe.
You'll try to maybe. If you were in a cage and I said I'll try to maybe free you, would that be acceptable?
I don't have a choice on what you decide, but
what would you need me to do instead?
like you to choose the vegan option.
But you can choose the vegan option from now. There's no acceptable reason not to choose vegan from now. Because all you have to do is choose something else in the supermarket or go to a vegan restaurant or just ask for the vegan option. Being a vegan is not demanding. You just have to choose different foods and you're sparing these animals. So if you want to respect animals, will you go vegan from now?
Okay, I will.
You will?
Yeah.
Nice, man. What's your name?
I'm Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
It was a very, very nice conversation. And it wasn't as entertaining because it was just a nice conversation. Damn it.
Stanley. Nice to meet
I'm glad.
you, Rodrigo.
But I didn't have much
Before
to
you
add
go,
to it.
I'd like you to take a photo of this card because this card will empower you. Because obviously, yes, we were talking about before, it's normal to disrespect animals. But this card will empower you to know it's the right choice. It's the right choice.
Right.
Yeah?
Check it out.
So good.
Channel to sub to Alicia. I just linked to it. Let's see. That is Stanley Betts, a vegan activist. We got him to 53. With Alicia's, we'll be at 54. Let's see it. Alicia, maybe she's already subbed. Maybe she's just, she's taking her time. Or maybe she was number 53. She was that fast. Who knows? Who knows? Or she's like, I don't take orders from you, Jeremy. I make my own decisions. I'll check the channel out. I'll decide whether he earns my sub or not. Okay. My power is limited. Well, my power is limited. All right. Okay. Not to be repetitive and all, but playing Geezer. Just cause, I mean, it's so fun. All right. Stanley, you're fucking awesome. Keep at it. Playing Geezer.
You love what?
I love eating meat. They are being treated properly.
But the jury's still out on this playing Geezer guy. Oh, sorry.
They are being what?
There.
What have you got to
Trigger
hide?
warning. Trigger warning. Okay, there we go. Yeah, jury's still out on this Jake guy. I don't know. What do we think about Jake, guys? I don't know. I mean, goes into slaughterhouses, super ballsy, super entertaining, very informative. I don't know. I'm just not convinced. I'm just kidding. He's awesome. He's been like one of my favorite channels I've discovered in a while. I say that like I did something. It just came across my feed. And I'm very glad it did.
You coming at me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. You're live in front of 6,000. We're at another bullying facility and we're going to walk straight in to see what's going on. I could ask if I could use their toilet, maybe. Oh God, the smell is back. There's no animals in anyway. Can't hear nothing. What is that? Wow.
Oh, trigger. Sorry.
Didn't want to die.
Man.
Didn't want to die. Look at this one.
Awful.
Disgusting. Wow.
You know, the slaughterhouse that I was in Korea, they had like those heads, but they were like lined up for sale. They had like it all for sale. It was gross. There was like a shop on the thing, on the premises. Yeah. And I mean, obviously they were like more set up to be presentable, I guess. But they were heads.
Excuse me.
This is good job, Dave.
Can I use your toilet? Can I use your toilet, please?
Yeah. You know what, guys? I have another one pulled up. Let me just spare y'all the gruesomeness because y'all know, right? Y'all know. So let's do this one instead. Sorry. Y'all can watch the blood and gore if you want to watch. And sorry, Jake, to take us away from that one. But we all know this. This is for other people to see. That was a very good. This one might be gruesome too. I'll write it. I did. I was in Jake Lagaterre's stream earlier, and someone was like, I like you, Jake, but that plant geezer, he's so angry. What? I mean, plant geezer over here keeping it chill at a slaughterhouse. Like, he's got some righteous anger, but he does not strike me as an angry individual in that sense. And he's very level-headed, down to earth guy from my experience. I think they mean because he trolls the trolls back. As well he should. No sound. What happened? Okay, hang on. How did that happen? Let's so maybe I hit the mic. Okay. Y'all hear me? Do you hear me? But you hear me? Okay. Let me know
Expect
now.
from these people, man. Do you know what I mean? This is what you expect. They take you upstairs, they get you changed, that you put all your PPE on and you go through, and then there's just one big massive room of hanging carcasses. And when I say it's massive, I haven't been to a bigger one, man. And there's just people sniggering and looking at you, and evil people, man. Looking as though they enjoyed it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like looking as though like it's like their dream job. It's the only way I can describe it, man. And yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of the place. I had blood in my mouth, even though I was wearing a mask. So you can hear the victims as they get bullied. I don't know what he's going to do anyway. Is he going to stop me? I don't know. Bullies.
Damn.
I can taste blood.
Everybody
I
went
know
away.
that Dave was on about on his stream earlier that he gets, he had diseases from being a slaughterhouse inspector for years. So aside from all the fecal contamination and all the nasty unhygienic conditions, you've also got the diseases that the workers get, the diseases that the animals get. Seems to be. I mean, how sick have you got to be to think it's normal to fist a female cow to get her pregnant? Do that over and over and over, so she has multiple children. Steal the children off her multiple times, so he's got physical damage, mental damage as well as physical damage, emotional trauma, nicking the kids off her, time and time again until she can't stand up, saggy teats because she's been milked so many times as she's a milk machine. And then eventually you think, oh, maybe they'll let her off one day. Maybe she'll just be free. Nah, at the end of it, when she's not profitable, they'll take her to this place and push her towards her death, where she'll be hung upside down and her blood will spray all over the floor. Bits and bobs off the floor. The bits and bobs off the floor they put into burgers. The workers told me this. The workers also said that they'd never eat beef again. Who you got? These victims, yeah?
Yeah. I've heard a lot of that too, that they just scoop up the shit from the ground, put it in the food. Shout out Gail Eisnitz, lead investigator of the Humane Farming Association, who was on my channel. Spent 40 years investigating these places. Her book is called Out of Sight. It's a great memoir. Gail is awesome. So check out that book, Out of Sight. And then also this new one here. And y'all know I was ranting about NPR. Well, Melanie interviewed with 1A, which is an NPR show. For some reason, 1A has done a few features. They must have a vegan, because they've done a few. It's nice to see something happening. They're out of WAMU, which is a DC station.
And believe me when I say, even if you wrapped up a piece of tofu, vacuum sealed it and chucked it in this place, I still wouldn't eat it, let alone eat the products that come from it. Do you know what I mean? Wow! Vile individuals. You ever been on the ghost train when you was younger? It sounds like a ghost train. So far we've had 3 massive trucks and probably 3 or 4 little ones. It's nice of them because they let me know when they're coming. They open the gate. Probably still here. This hasn't stopped all day, man. Vile.
I'm worried for when they decide to clamp down on what Jake does, but it's great that he's able to do it now. I feel like at some point they're going to strengthen the laws so that he can't do what he's doing without consequences of a more severe variety. Knock on. I mean, but if it's anything like the US.
Who you got? We've got a nonce truck. We've got a bully leaving, and then we got a bully coming in. No better, man. It's a girl, man. This is no better. We've had a female driver with a female reproductive system.
And to be clear, right now he's outside, but he's been inside in that other video we saw.
Violating animals, female animals with a reproductive system that gets used and abused for their milk, and they're, I mean, preyed on like milk machines, man. Disgusting. And her face was like, oh, I'm doing nothing wrong. Wow. Who you got?
Need to move away from the gate so we can gloves.
Okay, mate. All it was.
Step back.
All it was. My hand was through there, and they tried to trap my hand in the gate.
Don't put your hand through it then, mate. Because
Why-
that's a
why
stupid
not?
thing to do, innit?
Why?
It's a moving gate.
Why?
Don't stick your hand in the way of it.
But I was just videoing.
Step out the way of the gate, good boy.
Good boy. You're a good boy, and you're doing what your masters say. Who's a good boy? Why'd you bully the cows, man? Have you always bullied cows? A woman? A woman as well? That is disgusting, man.
Good girl.
Who's this?
You got some good boys and some good girls, right?
You lot stink, man. What's it like to work for bullies? I can get under there. I can get under there easy. Why have you locked it? He's open then for me. He's up. You know the bloke in there who's got attitude? The bloke, you know the bloke on the desk? I came here for a job.
See, this guy's angry. He's joking around. Ease the tension a little bit.
And he's got attitude. Tell him to come outside. I want a word with him. What's it like to bully the defenceless? The weak ones? Dirty bullies. So they lock the gate. You can climb over or get under. Look at that. Security. I mean, look at the security on it, man. It's ridiculous how much they have to protect it like. You don't get this in other companies, do ya? You bunch of bullies. Filthy. You're all filth. Aren't you? You know it, don't you? Filthy. And big bully with the attitude in there, he ain't gonna come out, is he? Bossing people around. When I come for my induction, I'm in the lot of ya. Aren't you? Aren't you? They only attack the vulnerable creatures, don't ya? And all the bullies in the office who give it stacks on my induction when I come in, and now they won't come out and have a chatty. You.
That's what John Curtin does at Camp Beagle. It's talking to the guys through the fence like that.
Why'd you bully the cows? Well, hello. Why'd you bully the cows? Are you bullying the cows?
Jake. I love that. Let me press the button. Oh, Jake. You're so good. Strong editing, indeed. All right, let me check out this video that y'all were talking about. Make sure I got how he says it. What he? Oops. I don't know how that happened. That work? What is showing? Y'all hear the flies? Man. I don't see it pop up on the screen. Hang on. Let me see. There, it did. I don't understand. My shit's bugging out. All right, what was the minute? $16:28.
Ahead. He's telling him to run me over. That's what he told me, to run me over. Wow. Run me over. Okay. Just keep an eye on this guy because he's been triggered before. So I'm gonna drive straight ahead.
Yeah, I heard
He's
it.
telling him to run me over. That's what he told me, to run me over. Wow. Run me over. Okay. Wow. St. Helens employee said to run me over. Okay. Simply showing the truth. He sees, guys, what you can't see here or acknowledges the smell. Absolutely.
We were talking about Andy Stepanian earlier, and I didn't know this when I interviewed him until like midway through. I had no idea he was there when Heather Heyer got run over by a white supremacist. He was there. He said that she died like he watched her die. Yeah, so he was there in Charlottesville. If y'all don't remember, it was in Charlottesville that a white supremacist ran through a crowd of activists and killed a young woman named Heather Heyer. And then, you know, we've had activists like Regan Russell and Jill Phipps die from being run over by trucks, or lorries as they call them in the UK. And yeah. And then here's this douchebag saying, run him over.
Disgust. Can you imagine? We treat animals like this, all covered in.
We were also watching a pretty close call on Mel and Steve's channel. They were live. Chris Hines was standing on the side of the road. Like an SUV barreled through or something, a truck. So I can't remember. Barreled through really fast. We couldn't see it exactly on the video, but apparently it came very close to hitting Chris. So, guys, if you are out there at these slaughterhouses, keep your head on a swivel. Things can go wrong very fast. Not to scare people, but it can happen. People are aggressive, they're hostile, they hate the activists, and accidents can happen. So be careful.
In their shit, their urine and their filth, disgusting. Urine all over the place.
What's up, John?
You can't even imagine the smell. Shameful. Blood money, that's what this is. Absolutely disgusting. Sickening industry. And this guy tells the truck driver to run me over. That's what this company says, to run people over, like we haven't had somebody run over before. St. Helens employees tell other people to run people over. That's what you get from this company.
Yeah, and David's in Toronto, right? Right where Regan Russell got killed. Like, I think it was right outside of Toronto.
Employees telling people to run me over. How disgusting is that? So I should report that to the police. It's on film.
You should.
And we'll see what happens from it.
Ain't shit gonna happen.
Excuse me?
You should say it anyway.
You want me to call the police so you're telling your employees to run people over? He said that. He said that to the truck driver, to run me over. Run him over. That's what he said. Run him over. That's what he said. And that's on film. Him over.
Y'all, like, I saw that truck come in and I was like, oh my God, is he about to get run over?
That's what he said. Run him.
He said, that's right. And then this truck, I just didn't have the distance.
Over. That's what he said. And that's on film. And you're accepting that. Yeah, I see you shaking your head. Okay. Run people over. Right. Okay. Well, that's St. Helens for you guys. Telling them to run people over. Is that the CFIA inspector? CFIA inspector. Wow.
See if I do anything, inspector, right? See if I do shit. Sorry. It should be CFIDS. See if I do shit.
Run
Break the
people
tension a
over,
little bit.
guys. That's St. Helens' motto, is run people over for simply having a camera at this place. Exercising my fundamental freedoms of expression, this guy's telling a truck driver to go straight for me and run me over. Excellent.
Glad you're okay, David. Holy crap.
So guys, this is a violent industry, right?
Yeah.
They kill mother cows. Often these cows are still pregnant, possibly sometimes giving birth inside these death trucks. Telling drivers to run people on the street over, on the sidewalk, to drive on the sidewalk to run people over. That's what this industry wants people to do, if you can imagine. So we're at St. Helens Death House here in Toronto. And simply for exposing this industry, we're having people ask truck drivers to run us over.
Yeah, Burlington.
We had a friend, Regan Russell, who was killed due to Bill 156 and the agriculture minister, Ernie Hardman, who ran this bill. If you can look it up, there was a killing. Our friend Regan Russell was killed because of people with that same sort of rhetoric.
That's a film. There was a killing. Sorry. I think it was made by the SAFE movement.
People shouldn't be allowed to show what's happening with their food system. I mean, but these companies can spread lies, right? Like Humane.
It's like a 30-minute documentary. It's pretty hard to watch. I mean, it's not, but they have some of the footage from what happened. So proceed with caution. Then there was also like the Toronto Star, I think, put out the 911 call that the truck driver made, where they explicitly instructed him to stay where he was. That was shortly before he, hit the gas and pretty swiftly turned in to where Regan was standing.
Organic, free range, free run. They talk about their beautiful farm.
We lost because he said organic. Organic. David, I know you were focusing on your safety, but David, you can't just say organic. You got to say organic. That's the rule. Nobody follows the rules that I set that they don't hear.
Farms and how great they are, how healthy their food is.
Oh,
how they're not used. There's no hormones.
There was a killing. I think it's on YouTube. Let me find it for you. Yep. There was a killing.
We're not going to get into the real murder issues because there was really probably no intent to kill. But there was a killing.
We're not going to watch it, but obviously. But anyway. There's a link to it. Proceed with caution, like I said. You will, they do warn you before they show it. I'm pretty sure.
There's no additives. There's none of this stuff added, right? Added hormones. I saw that the other day. Added hormones. What does that even mean? Those animals have hormones. They're just saying added hormones as another euphemism, guys. How disgusting is that? I used to have an okay relationship with the manager here until one day, if you look back on the streams, he allowed a truck driver to park in the baking sun with these poor mother cows sitting there for over 30 minutes. And I asked him to move the truck and he got mad at me. So these guys are triggered. As you saw, the employee said to run me over simply for putting
I
a
heard it.
camera up to the industry. It just goes to show. It just goes to show.
Sometimes, like what the activist hears, it's hard to hear on camera, but I heard it. He definitely said that.
And I even tell the manager, and he's laughing and shakes his head and says, "Oh, I didn't say to do it," but has he said anything to the employee? Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah, I agree. There are a bunch of lifeless losers here, but you know the irony of it, Steffelson? Sorry if I got your name wrong. The irony of it is these guys are pushing the algorithm, and that gets me more views, and that gets to a larger audience and more subscribers.
They
So
were-
eventually, at some point, I
James Aspie said it best. He put it in one of his raps. He was like, You work for me. You're my employee. I like it. Jimmy Cashby.
I said it before that I'm going to axe them all. I'm going to get rid of them all at some point. So once again, I'm in Toronto at a death house where they exploit and kill mother cows. They steal their babies, if you can imagine that. They take their little ones so humans can pretend they're baby cows. You'll see a bunch of birds here. You'll see all various types of birds. They have owls, fake owls near.
Y'all, I'm doing a cool as fuck interview tomorrow. Y'all will see. Hopefully, as long as it goes through. Excited. Probably will come out over the weekend at some point.
The spot where they drop the body parts that go to rendering, the cancers, the stuff that humans consider not edible, but they'll give to their dogs and cats. So that's a co-product. The cancers, the cellulitis, the tumors, all the stuff that goes into the bin there that's not considered edible for humans will go to a rendering facility. And you guys talk about loving your dogs and cats, and you feed them that shit. You feed them that garbage. How disgusting is that? People don't even know, right? And I can't say like everybody's so at fault, but when you start to learn and you actually find out about this industry, you need to be better. And that's what I'm here. And several activists in the chat care. A lot of people care, Flatbed. A lot of people care. A lot of people don't want to see this.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say John, just because what if it doesn't happen, and then something could happen. So I don't like to say who it's with, but just trust me, it's cool as fuck. It ain't even cool. It's cool. It's cool. You can't. It's so cool that I can't even get to the L. It's just too cool. It's too cool. It's too cool. And by the way, that coup is spelled with a K. It's cool. I'm not cool. I'm not cool. But hopefully you'll see it this weekend. All right. Vegan gays. I don't currently have my mug. I don't have it. Let's end with a debate. It's quite long, so it's not like we're ending the stream anytime soon. But I haven't watched this yet. Some of y'all probably have. Our friend L. Probably about to. Wait, let's see. Non-vegan speedruns, wildest anti-vegan nonsense. Is it the wildest? We've heard some wild shit.
Yes.
It's justified to send a human woman to the gas chamber so you can have a f***ing bacon sandwich.
Wild.
I think the question is death justified? Is killing animals
that's
just-
not the question. Not even remotely.
It's not a yes or no
I
answer
like it when
because
it's just a yes or no.
life is more complicated than yes or no.
Wait.
Drew.
I think it's very interesting when you dodge the question. Wait, before we proceed, are you wearing headphones?
No.
So see how easy that was for you. Say no. Say yes or no.
Is it wrong or right to a kid is a metaphysical question. Okay,
Oh,
bro.
she's dying.
What's your position on veganism?
I believe in that eating meat
Gays. Do you have a theme song now? Did y'all hear
is
that?
not a.
Position
Quiet.
on veganism.
I believe in
I had Dane Evans from To the Grave, who I learned about through Vegan Gays. I had Dane at the end of the interview. I was like, give me like a plug that I can play where it's like, subscribe to Jeremy's channel. And it was pretty cool. He was like, hey, sub to the channel or we're gonna fucking come after you. And I was like, well, you don't want that at the beginning of a video, so maybe I'll turn it into something at the end. It was cool. But yeah, it'd be cool to have some music too at the beginning, Dane. So, I mean, just saying, you could write me something. I mean, come on now. It'd be cool. Someone, y'all, here's a funny story. The person that I'm interviewing is not Moby, okay? But someone sent me a message about Moby, and they worded it in such a way that it really sounded like Moby wants to interview you. And I was like, what? Moby knows about me? So I wrote back, I was like, yes. And then it was just like, there was a period in the wrong part of the sentence. So it didn't mean what I can't explain it. It really looked like they were saying, Moby is interested in interviewing you or some shit. And so I spent like 2 hours thinking that Moby had discovered my channel and was so impressed that he wanted to interview me. And I don't want to say like I walked around thinking my dick was really big that day for about 2 hours, but I kind of did. I kind of had a strut. I'm really glad I didn't text anybody and be like, yeah, so guess what I'm about to be doing? Luckily, I played it cool. Guys. But how cool would that have been? So, yeah, no, I don't think Moby knows I exist. But that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. But Moby could do me a nice theme song. He's vegan. I'm vegan. It makes sense, right? Come on. Come on, Moby. I mean, what else you got to do? Come on, Moby. Okay. Nobody cares. I thought y'all were gonna be like, I thought y'all were gonna think that was funny. Nilf, don't do me like that. Yeah, y'all should have seen me strutting around town though. Like, people like got out the way and shit. They were like, look at this guy coming. There was like music following me around. I was like, oh man, you had to be there. You had to be there. I had an aura.
that eating meat is not a sin, essentially, I guess, is a way of putting it.
And then I had the womp, womp, wow. And then it was just back to me being me. Normal Jer. Yeah.
Hey, that's sorry. It's what?
I don't believe that eating meat itself is a sin.
Oh, it's a sin. Okay, well, I don't take things to be a sin. I just take them to be like wrong or right or neutral?
Well, when I say sin, I don't mean like religiously, just colloquially or bad. You know?
Okay, okay, so it's synonymous with bad. Okay, cool. Okay, so you don't think eating animals is bad? Just to be clear, a vegan's not really making a claim about like eating the corpse of an animal. They're more making a claim about killing and exploiting that individual animal for the purpose of then eating their bodies. So just to be clear, because Joe just left and he might not have heard you, but the claim that Wade has made, just so you're in the loop, Joe, is that he doesn't take eating meat to be a sin, and he just means synonymously bad. So I'm just saying it's not the consuming of the corpse, like, you know, in a vacuum, there's a corpse on the floor of a rabbit, you eat it. A vegan's not really making a claim that that's bad. They're saying the exploitation and the sending that animal to the slaughterhouse would be the bad thing. So just so we're clear that you don't take that, you know, bringing, say, like a pig into existence and then sending them to the slaughterhouse. You would say that's not bad, right?
I would say that the way that we look at animals as humanity at the moment is still very, what would the word be? Not very conscientiously. We tend to look at the world selfishly. So through the lens of what benefit can this animal bring to me in a selfish way. And I think it's only natural because if you look at
I am making a edamame mess over here, but it's fine.
Animals in general, they're only concerned with what they eat, what eats them, and what they want to have.
Get your bingo cards, guys. I've already gotten crop deaths, futility. That's it. Wow. I've only got 2.
Sex with.
I
So
think I can-
that
I think I'm
humans
gonna
do
get it,
this is not too much of a surprise. But it does seem that we've risen out of the selfish nature to an extent where we started to empathize beyond ourselves and have a sense of beings beyond ourselves. And as such, I think
David.
maybe having animals in the house as pets and
David, we just watched you. That was fucked up. That guy. Sam run him over. Pretty fucked up. I'm glad you're all right. Good job getting that on film, by the way. That's good. Yeah, that was something. Spider-Man 3 memes. I don't know. I don't know what that is. What is Spider-Man? My collar, well, I probably had this on, so my collar wasn't up, but my hood was up like that. Super cool. Like that's how you know I was cool, right? I was like that. Maybe that's why people got out of the way. They were like creeped out. But, you know, they did. They got out of the way. Hairy armpits, though? Oh, shit. That's a new one. I've already filled out my bingo card, and I don't think that's going to come up again.
I don't know what drives this this empathy, but we have come to realize that other living beings also have a sense of existence, and we know that our sense of existence can be good or it can be bad, and we know that a life lived in suffering is.
I have heard it before, applied to women, of course. Yeah, it's the women, they've got their hairy armpits. Yeah, like all vegans, or they got blue hair or some shit. Who was it? Happy Hippie we were watching, and people just could not get over the fact that she had dreads. Could not handle it.
Pointless. So taking that logic further, for us to torture animals is just as pointless.
So it's pointless. Okay.
So I believe it's wrong.
You believe it's wrong then? Sorry.
I believe it's wrong to cause the suffering of animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So suffering, do you know this is being recorded, by the way? Just
Yes.
yeah, okay. So torturing is bad. So okay, we understand that, but now we just need to get to like exploitation and sending them to like a slaughterhouse, right? Because I mean, obviously, I would take it to be that the slaughterhouse is a place of torture. Some people will say it's not, though, like killing isn't torture, or they'd say exploitation isn't torture. So I just, if we're taking them to be different things from just torture, do you also regard exploiting an animal and sending an animal to a slaughterhouse to be a bad thing?
If you use the word torture, torture tends to imply the conscious want to cause harm for some benefits, I assume, generally you in what do you call it, interrogation settings.
Is that what you want? Because listening to you is torture, sir.
So I think pain is inflicted.
You're inflicting that upon me. Is that a want? Or are you trying to sound smart so it's not intentional? Either way, it feels like torture.
I don't know if I would necessarily use exactly that word.
I would.
The thing is, it's
Wait,
difficult.
just a quick question. If I had a dog and I started like kicking and punching the dog, what would you call that? What would the act be called for you? Not if it's not torture.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
That would be torture, yeah. Potentially.
So it doesn't necessarily it's not necessarily interrogation setting.
You mean someone was asking Jamie if she had hairy armpits or something?
No, it's not restricted to interrogation settings necessarily, but it's with the intent to cause harm, you know?
Would the killing of an animal be intentional when you create meat from them? Is that an intent?
I think the death is intent, not necessarily the suffering itself, even though they go hand in hand.
I would contest that, because if I'm bringing an individual into existence with the purpose of using their bodies and then sending them to the slaughterhouse, I've brought them into a torturous existence. I knew exactly what was entailed by doing that, right?
When you say torturous existence, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm like, by the definition that you've given of torture, obviously without interrogation, but we understand interrogation doesn't need to be present. I am inflicting harm upon them.
I don't know what y'all's bingo cards look like, but I'm looking for plants feel pain, iPhones though, avocados though, almonds though. No communication, meaning animals don't communicate, I guess. Wait, yeah, the way that we do. Protein though, B12 though. Pleasure. Somehow that wasn't NILF's inclusion. Tradition though, might makes right. Appeal to hypocrisy. God though. And Nikuk. No ethical consumption under capitalism.
Knowingly, purposefully, because I know it's going to be harmful to them to bring them into the world, take them from their families,
Guys,
and then you know.
Just to be clear, if I get plants feel pain, which we know, I'm getting that, and I get avocados, very good chance I'll get avocados. Then all I need him to do is bring up iPhones.
You know, when they're young,
and
take
yes,
them
I'm
to a
counting
slaughterhouse.
Doesn't have to be iPhone.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't agree with the way that we're raising animals at the moment.
Put it down.
But I
Put it down.
do not believe existence itself is torturous by nature, because else, you know, all the animals would have said, fuck this existence a few billion years ago. So
Well, Circle of Life is on some people's cards, I think, so that's basically Lion King. Sir Elton. Yeah.
I think existence on its base level is worthy of living.
That wasn't the claim. Wait, sorry, that wasn't the claim I made. I'm not saying existence itself is torturous. I'm saying it would be torturous of me to bring an individual into existence with the purpose of using them for my benefit, not theirs, and then sending them to the slaughterhouse. So I'm priming context in there.
Yeah, I wasn't saying. I was just clarifying my thoughts on it.
Okay.
But so to continue is, if we can raise our animals in a way that they are not what would, you know, living in a torturous existence, and when they mature to a certain age and we then make use of their bodies for our own sustenance, you know, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay, so what system are you working by where you think it's wrong to torture them, but not to take their life, like, and just kill them? Like, are you against killing humans?
Yeah, of course I'm against killing humans mostly.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask what the morally significant difference is between humans and other animals that would justify, in your view, taking
Name
their
that
lives and sending them
trait.
to the slaughterhouse when we wouldn't do that to a human, in your view, without it being wrong.
NTTB.
Well, you know, my rebuttal to that question, because I see what you're getting at, would also be like, how many more cows have gotten to live because we eat them over the last 6,000 years?
Yeah, let's change NTT to NTTB. I think that is appropriate.
Oh, okay, so just to be clear, we'll circle back to the morally significant difference, but then say, for example, I gave birth to however many like babies I could give birth to, like say I could give birth to 8, and then I sent them to the slaughterhouse, and I said to you, but these babies got to live. They wouldn't have lived if I didn't bring them into the world to then send them to the slaughterhouse. Would you think that's bad?
Well, if we were like some alien, had some alien existence where we were all immortals and life had an infinite expiry date, that would make things different. But we're all part of the cycle of life, even if we don't kill each other.
Wait, why are you saying
The
that had nothing to do with what I said at all?
I just changed circle for cycle. It works still.
It kind of does, because if you kill something that has like 60 years to live,
And I know you guys are probably wondering, wow, Jeremy, why aren't you a professional singer? I don't know, just because there's a lot of things that I could do, but you know, I'm not interested in a Grammy.
It's 20 years old, you're cutting 40 years off of its existence.
Oh, so say,
if you take something,
say for example, if I killed an elderly woman and I knew she was going to die in like a year, that wouldn't be wrong in your view?
it would probably be wrong, but to me, elderly people understand that they are at the end of their life and that young people are at the start of their life. I think it's just a part of living that you come to realize the cycle of life.
I'm not asking about whether or not that like their mind states. I'm asking if you take the view that it's wrong to kill elderly people.
No, I don't feel it's right, but I would feel that if a robber walked up to a grandmother and her granddaughter and said, "I'm killing one of you, which one should I kill?" and the grandmother says, "Kill me, because I've lived a life."
What are you talking about, dude? Come on, give me Plants Feel Pain. I'm ready. I've been holding this for a long time, okay? Come on. Bring out the goods.
And my granddaughter has just begun. I can understand that logic.
Avocados.
Yeah, but that's not the context that's being inserted into the conversation. Let's just remember how we got here. So you said, look, well, when it comes to these animals, like, yeah, you're killing them, but how many cows wouldn't have existed if we didn't bring them into existence? So then I say, okay, so what if I gave birth to 8 babies and I killed them? And my retort was, well, they wouldn't have existed if I didn't give birth to them. So, you know, sending them to the slaughterhouse is not a bad thing. And then you say,
another thing I like to do when people bring up this thing when they're like, well, they wouldn't have had a life to begin with. Switch it around to talking about the sexual exploitation of the mother. That's my opinion. Because then it's like, oh, yeah, they came into existence, yeah, because your mom got raped. So now is it okay? Then it's harder to justify that.
Started talking about like aliens and in immortality, and then you said, oh, well, you know, it's about lifespan. So I'm just asking you, not if an elderly person chooses, I'm asking, would it be wrong for me to kill an elderly person without their consent?
It would be wrong.
Okay.
However, I think we're talking about the age of the being lives that's ending. So I would say there's a difference between a young person or animal losing their life and an old one.
Yeah, but it's all wrong, isn't it? I'm not asking for the.
I try to think of something for the song. The circle of Wife beaters. Why are those shirts called wife beaters? It's so weird. I don't feel comfortable with that. I also don't feel comfortable wearing wife beaters because who needs that? I don't understand.
Hierarchy. I'm not asking.
Wrong.
Huh?
If you concede that all death is wrong, then existence must be a flop. or
No.
what?
Let's be careful with our words. I'm not saying death is wrong. I'm saying killing is wrong.
To die, one must be killed by something, isn't it?
You can die of old age. You can just die in your sleep. Has anyone killed you if you've died in your sleep?
Yeah, old age can kill you.
Yeah, but wait.
Various
Wait. Is old age an agent killing you? Can they be?
All right. If someone is struggling on their bingo card, you can write down stupid and mark that off. That's kind of like a free space, though.
Be held responsible for killing you like a human can?
So you're essentially looking to increase responsibility on the planet for conscious agents to take more responsibility for the suffering they cause on the planet.
I'm asking you what the morally relevant difference is between humans and other animals that would justify sending them to the slaughterhouse. And so far you've talked about like how long their lifespan is, but we've, understood it to be that, okay, if I kill an elderly person who hasn't got long to live, that's still wrong in your view. I would assume it would still be wrong in your view if I killed a child who was told they were only due to a condition they have going to live to 10 years old. You would probably still think it's wrong if I killed them, right?
The thing is, you're reducing the argument extremely to a very a niche thing.
Yes, and that's
where
allowed
I
to
feel
do
like-
when you're having a debate and we're talking through these things and we're saying, look, what is the trait or the factor that is saying this is okay to do? Then I'm just using the examples that do exist in the real world. By the way, I could use a possible world that isn't our world to still do that. That's what you do in a debate, and that's totally valid and really good to find out what your worldview is.
Well, I think life, when it started, it needed to turn very elementary particles like carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, all these different things into strings. And those strings we call RNA and DNA, and they eventually formed cells. And these things ate elements and made more complicated molecules as they went. And somewhere down the line, life got lazy and it got tired of eating dust, and it started eating itself. So animals, plants, the whole cycle eats itself. Life tends to absorb material from other life because that material is already complicated. Life still takes from the base elements that are not complicated. It's just easier for life to absorb proteins and carbohydrates, all these different things from itself.
That doesn't count for protein. We've got to hear it in the context, the proper context.
Instead of the dust or the external
not
world,
cheap.
Okay, wait,
outside of
so
life.
what is the morally significant difference between humans and other animals that would justify sending them to the slaughterhouse but not the human being?
She's tried it like 5 times, so hopefully we'll get an answer.
What I'm trying to tell you is this cycle has been happening for billions of years. Do you understand my point?
Yeah, diseases have happened for billions of years.
Does that count as tradition? I feel like no. I feel like it doesn't count for tradition. Yeah, that's just a long time, though. Yeah. Long time, though.
What's your point? Therefore, we should just let them happen?
A disease is a malfunction of a healthy body. To eat something and for it to nourish your body, I don't see that as a negative effect. So I don't know if those are directly, comparable.
Yeah, it's the logic of it. It's analogous. You're saying, oh, we've done it for years. But let's actually, I'm entertaining a dodge of the question. What is the morally significant difference between humans and other animals that would justify sending the animals to the slaughterhouse but not the human being? So I'm asking for the morally significant difference.
I don't really see a difference between the value of a life of a human compared to an animal.
Okay.
A human probably has more potential to do shit in the economy or whatever. Special needs people.
Fuck it up? You mean fuck up the economy? You think people have? Do you mean they have the ability to do good? Because 8.2 billion people causes kind of a fucked economy, right? So yeah, if you mean that, yeah, humans have the ability to fuck shit up really badly, then yes, I'm on board with you.
They kind of like don't contribute to the economy, so a lot of people look down on them.
Yeah.
But I don't really. I think if you have access to existence and you're experiencing life, you are blessed. And I think when that ends, it's a shame. But I also reckon with the fact that we are in a cycle where we do come in and out of existence, all of us. And I think that's something one must face, not necessarily consciously, but it does happen to you eventually. You are part of the cycle that comes and goes. And I feel one must have the maturity to be able to cope and deal with these kinds of realities.
Yes.
That has to count. David, I give you permission to put down Circle of Life. If that doesn't count for Circle of Life, I don't know what does. Other than the words. Cycle, circle, it doesn't matter. Economy, though. I don't have that. Damn it. Could have put that. When are we going to get to plants? Come on. Plants.
So obviously death is an inevitability.
Don't they feel pain? Come on, they do, right? Yeah, I know you think they do. I know you think avocados are the worst thing on the planet. I know you think that. I know you are going to call out the iPhone.
Of life, but killing an individual is not an inevitability. We don't have to kill individuals, right? I don't have to go up to you and slit your throat and say, oh, that's the cycle of life, do I?
You don't have to, but I think jungle rules, the place where humanity came out of, before we called ourselves humans or whatever, I think was very much kill or be killed, a very selfish place.
Does that might count for might makes right? If anybody's got that, mark it down. I'm going to make an executive decision. Might makes right. Just got used.
I think we've done a lot of work to kind of rise out of it. But if you look around today, we're still very much monkeys, you know?
Okay,
so we're still dealing with those jungle rules within our bodies, you know?
Well, just to be clear, so, you know, we're talking about what happens in nature sort of thing. Is it then justified to do what happens out in nature? Because it happens there?
I'm just saying power is like this. If I have it, I can use it. And it doesn't matter what God thinks about it.
Oh, so you appeal to a might makes right argument?
Yes. Might makes right.
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's good.
Okay.
I'm just saying it is.
So just to be clear, so killing elderly people, you think is a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but out in nature, like the elderly of a population within animals may be killed so that they aren't a resource drain. That happens out in nature. Is that then morally fine, or in your view, because it happens in nature?
So, are you saying, for example, some animal was introduced into a farm and it's busy overprocreating and destroying the farm? Is this what you're saying?
Not even remotely. PM, do you want to say something? Because am I not conveying my sentences clearly?
Yeah, it just seems the way if you can address like things.
We really do need to address this whole B24 fallacy, don't we, guys? I mean, they've convinced us we need the B24. And I see no evidence of that. And if I saw it, I wouldn't even believe it.
Directly, it's fine to ask like leaning questions, because if you don't understand something, that's fine. But it actually like feels like you want to talk about more philosophy, and we are here talking about like morality. So when we ask a question, when VG asks a question, it's going to be about whether something is right or wrong to do, not something that is or isn't right. So it's an is-or fallacy that is being like perpetuated here, and you know.
Yeah, I'm not here to hear descriptive claims about what happens. I'm only interested if you think, oh, it happens in nature, therefore it's justified. I'm asking you, what PM said.
The thing is, any farmer knows that there's two sides of destruction. Your population can diminish and they get destroyed, or they can overpopulate and then they also get destroyed.
Sorry, what does this have to do with the question that vegan guys asked?
I think the question is death justified? Is killing animals
that's not the question. Not even remotely. Vegan guys, can you repeat, please?
They've actually successfully like made me lose my track. I don't actually remember what I even asked. I said
the question.
Name the trait.
Sorry,
the question was, what is the morally relevant difference between non-human animals and
Oh,
humans.
it was actually like, oh, do you think it's right that elderly people are then killed because it happens out in nature? But you're so right, Joe. The actual question beforehand was, yeah, what is the morally significant difference
Was
between humans
in
and other
TT.
animals that, in your view,
There's no
justifies?
morally-
In
Like I think I said that.
Oh, yeah, you said there's no morally
Lim and I
significant.
said I don't see a moral difference between
That's
the
right.
two. And then you said, power. What about if someone just implements power?
You said that.
And then I said, I realize if you have the power, you can do quote unquote what you want. It doesn't necessarily make it right.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
to be naive. to
Sorry,
the
wait,
power,
wait. I wasn't talking about power. You were talking about power. Just to be clear. So we've then, yeah, you're right. We've established that you believe there's no morally
Work on my
significant difference between humans and other animals. So what you're saying then is when you go to the supermarket and you buy the flesh of animals, you are doing the morally equivalent thing that in another possible world, a human is going to the supermarket and they are buying human baby meat. You are doing the morally same thing, basically. Morally equivalent, sorry.
I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. Like that's the same species. Like what species eats its own species?
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
every
asking.
species eats
I mean,
its own
loads of
species.
species engage in cannibalism,
Y'all
even
feel
humans.
sad when you hear the dog. Like, hopefully the dog's with L, but the dog might be with this weird guy.
Have been known to engage in cannibalism. So that's not the question of whether or not they are. You said, and this is why we've got here, you said you don't see a morally significant difference between humans and other animals. So I said, do you recognize that it would be a morally equivalent action to go to the store and buy human baby meat? It'd be morally equivalent. Do you acknowledge that?
B24.
Well, kinda not. Like, because like I'm saying, it's the same species, which makes things a bit weird. But I understand that you're saying like if animals and humans are morally equivalent,
in your view,
then eating their meats should be equivalent. I think it would be.
L's patient. I would have been like, stop wasting my time. Answer the fucking question I asked, or GTFO. NTT MF or GTFO. Okay.
If cannibalism didn't have such a big taboo about it.
Sorry, if I can interject again.
Please.
So let's say we take food out of the equation, and let's just say that the humans were killed for us to wear their skin or something like that, right? The way we wear the skin of animals. If, according to you, there is no morally significant difference between humans and animals, it would be totally fine for you to go to a store, like a clothing store, and just buy skin of a human being who was killed for it, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So
are you vegan henceforth, or are you going to carry on engaging in an action that you believe is the equivalent to buying human skin?
All right. Well, there it is. Good job. He's obviously going to say yes, he's going to be vegan from now on because now he sees the error of his ways. I don't get it. Why do we still have like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it is? 50. Don't make me math. Okay. Yeah. So the whole rest of this, he's going to be like, yeah, I'm vegan. Now let's talk about where I can go get some Beyond Burgers. And we'll get a long time of that.
For a coat.
The thing is, we're very symbolic people. So if people start wearing other people's skin, it might have symbolic consequences.
Yeah, no.
Wearing animal skin has symbolic consequences as well, right? So
we were almost there, guys. I had faith in a higher power to deliver us from this moment.
If according to you both are morally relevant, then wearing animal skin is fucking atrocious.
It doesn't matter the consequence or the symbolic, nature of it. You believe it to be wrong.
No, I guess it's how you interpret the symbolism, right?
No, you interpret it to be wrong, don't you?
Which one?
Both.
The animal or the human?
Well, both, because you've said they're morally equivalent.
Well, human skin would be weird to me. Animal skin, I don't really see a problem with.
But you
So is
said
the
they're morally
relevant
equivalent.
difference-
Yeah, sorry,
Is the
Jack.
morally relevant difference weird? Is that what morally justifies an action? Is if it's weird or not? That's what I just heard.
I guess personal morality, like what I would do, I tend to feel how I feel about the moment. I don't just run around like a logical computer full of axioms.
So if I find a human who does not think it's weird to kill humans and wear their skin, is that morally justified? Because they don't find it weird?
Sorry, did you ask if you find a human that finds it acceptable to wear human skin? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. You said weird.
I shouldn't have waited till the end of the stream to play this one.
Was your reason for finding it objectionable? So just take, for instance, me, hypothetically, if I found it not weird to wear human skin, would that be a moral justification to then kill humans and wear their skin? Because I don't personally find it weird. Is that a moral justification in your view?
Well, it depends.
You can just say yes or
like
no. Yeah, just say yes or no.
it's not a yes or no answer, because
It is.
what
It's a
if
yes or
it
no
was
question.
like what if it was like your father and you and your father grew up together and this is part of your culture? When the elder dies,
So I'm gonna kill him.
when the elder dies,
Tradition, mark it down. I'm putting it. All right. That means if he brings up almonds, I win. I win. God, you guys are going to feel like such losers if I beat you at bingo. I don't want to do that to you. You guys step it up. Step it up. Doesn't it feel like when you're playing bingo, like there's like, it feels like you have to like deliver more, but it's out of your hands at that point. You're done. It's like watching a sports game and you're cheering and you're like, oh God, if I cheer hard, they'll do it. It's out of your hands. They don't know you exist. I hate to break it to you. I know it's very sad. I would like to think, though, that a lot of the sports teams that I've rooted for have felt my energy, and maybe that's why they're not doing so well.
It's
when
not
the elder
good.
dies, the skin gets used by the next generation. If there's a
Wait.
culture like that, that's
You adding all
acceptable.
this context.
That's not my question. Bro, just
I'm
pause
answering
real
your
quick.
question,
That's
dude.
not my question. Here's my hypothetical. I go outside, I find a human, I murder them, and I wear their
Felix, yes, the marshmallow minefield. Ooh, if you get that, that's, it's a minefield. So technically, if you hit a marshmallow minefield, that explodes all the boxes around it. Okay? So let's say you had the marshmallow minefield in the middle. It's like you won. But literally, if you have it in the middle row, you win. Okay? Because shrapnel. Marshmallow goo shrapnel.
skin, and I don't find that action weird. Is that a moral justification to do said action? Yes or no?
That's I wish I had thought of it.
No.
All right.
Felix is
So saying
outplayed us
something is
again.
weird or not is not a moral justification?
Except I don't think he's going to get it on this one. I don't think the marshmallow minefield is going to pop into this guy's peripheral vision. It's because it takes you by surprise, is what I mean. He's not even going to see it coming.
The thing is, like, you have external laws that are subjects running around, right? So you can have this.
Allie didn't see it coming. Poor Allie. It took one wrong step. One wrong step. That's all it takes. Y'all, be careful where you step, or you're gonna get covered in marshmallow goo.
Perfect moral external law, but it will always come down to the subject's choice. So
You can tell
what I
how
feel
tired I am very tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep.
in the moment is right or wrong, I will do, and the rest of us as well. So it does matter what the subject feels is weird or not weird.
So if you wake up tomorrow and your feeling tomorrow morning is that it's okay to like grade the kid, is it then morally justified to do that because you felt it? at the moment.
What does he mean?
The thing is, a
Like,
human
throw grapes at this kid? I don't get it. What is he talking about, guys? I hear this a lot on YouTube. People say grape a lot. Are people throwing grapes? I don't get it. I know. No, of course not, Dennis. I have not. You know. Careful, John. That's the kind of comment that I won't even say it. I won't even say it. That's just true, Felix. You know, I haven't had a marshmallow in a while, which means that that's why my energy is depleting.
is built up in layers. So if you
It's a yes or
give
no
into
question,
more
bro. Just say yes or no.
life is more complicated than yes
Wade,
and no.
Wade,
Drew.
I think it's very interesting when you dodge the question. So just answer yes or
That was a rough time when I had the marshmallows and I had to eat them all. They were delicious, but man, I made myself sick.
no.
I'm not dodging the
You are. It's a yes or no question, and you're not
Sick.
providing it. So just provide the yes
I
or
was
no. Even
sticky.
if then the context follows, just say yes or no.
My hands.
It's really easy for me. If you ask me if I wake up tomorrow and I have the feeling that it's okay to sexually abuse a child, is that really justified? I would just say no. I would say no. Can you say yes or no?
You would appeal to what? I guess it won't be the Bible. What would you appeal to?
No, yes or no.
Like this doesn't feel like a conversation if I'm just restricted to yes and no
Yeah, it's a
answers.
debate.
But okay.
Yeah,
it's a concerning lack of answer.
it's a debate, and you're being asked a yes or no question.
Okay, even debate, but whatever. Okay, send me through your mind.
Wait, hang on a second. Wait, I need to ask, before we proceed, are you wearing headphones?
No.
So see how easy that was for you to say no. Say yes or no.
You heard that in the intro. That was
Yeah, but that's a
yes or no
fact.
question.
Not
It's a yes or no question.
Like a more metaphysical question. Like these things get more intricate, and to be restricted
Is
to
it
yes
wrong
or
or
no.
right to rape a kid is a metaphysical question? Okay, bro.
Yeah, wait, it's like really, really weird that you can't answer the question. Is there like, if you wake up tomorrow and feel it's okay to grape a kid, then it's okay to grape a kid. It's really
That's what
weird
I'm
that it takes
trying to-
you so much to go through just to say no.
I mean, look, if a kid, let's say a kid throws a grape at you, and you throw one back, I just don't know what they're even talking about right now. This whole graping thing.
Raping a kid is wrong.
And you so quickly said you were wearing headphones. You could say yes or no to wearing headphones, even though that's, you know, are you really wearing them? Like, are you really here? Are we listening to you? What is a headphone? Are they actually your earphones? See how, like, it could be a bit more of a complicated question. Was that weird?
I'm not saying go full Jordan Peterson, but still, just let me add some sentences.
Well, yeah, you can do that afterwards, but very easily you were able to say no. So Joe's going to say the question one more time, and we're just going to see if you're being a dishonest actor or not. So Joe, could you say the question and then?
Before we do that, Elle, can you ask me a question real quick? Can you ask me if I'm wearing headphones or not?
Yeah, are you wearing headphones?
Y'all ever seen The Whitest Kids You Know? Those like online vids. I think they were just like a online series. They did one about grape, and it was very funny. It was actually about grape, okay, not the thing. I don't know if we can watch it. I don't know. Let's try it. So if it's on YouTube, I should be able to play it, right? Or no? Am I allowed? We'll pause at points. How about that? It's fine.
You kids look like you could use a delicious fruity beverage! Who are you? Might I suggest Fizzy Pop's Grape Blast? The new soda from Johnson and Hedges. Open wide, kids, because I'm gonna grape you in the mouth!
He's going to what them in the mouth?
He's gonna
Grape.
grape him.
Grape them.
He's going
Grape. So look, they're on the table.
to grape them.
Yeah, in the mouth.
Right.
Sure. There's more.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, y'all get the point. It just goes with that joke for a while. All right, that's all. Just a little bit of, lighthearted.
It's a very interesting question whether or not headphones really even metaphysically exist, because humans for thousands of years didn't wear headphones, and we've been really posturing, back and forth and postulating different ideas philosophically of whether or not we can hear things, or is this even reality right now?
Yeah, actually, that was very relevant.
By the way, that video, I feel like that predated when people were using that word on YouTube.
Yeah, that was very relevant. Thank you. I can see why that yes or no question needed to be answered with a line of waffling. So thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, so the question, Wade, again was, if you woke up tomorrow, hypothetically, and you had like this revelatory dream from an angel, and it said, go grape this child, and that was your intuition tomorrow morning, would it then be morally justified to do that action? Yes or no?
No.
All right, so your previous statement was, we do things day to day based on intuitions, and that's what we do. So it seems like intuition that people have at a certain time is not a moral justification. Do you agree with that?
If you have a certain intuition at a time, it can be morally unjustified.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all I was getting at. Is the first thing you said was it was weird, and we agreed that something being weird or not is not a moral justification. And the second thing you said was, if you have an intuition at a certain time, that's what people do. And I asked if that's a moral justification, and now you've also agreed that that is a moral justification, whether or not people have an intuition of whether or not something is right or wrong to do.
I'm glad he followed it.
So we've gotten past those two things. Thank you.
So like on that subject, dude, like as a man, and I wonder if you could attest to this as well, but when you grow up and you become a teenager and the hormones start flowing, you start seeing women through a different lens, or there's a lens that comes over the lens that was already there that starts making you notice how attractive they are, and you start having thoughts about.
I'm also attracted to women, so I'm gonna come in on this conversation.
But my point is, if you just look through that lens of lustfulness, you might miss what's beneath the layers. So you might start racking up women as notches on a belt, or do those typical misogynist things.
And would that be okay?
And you might realize later the damage that you've caused because you were kind of blind to what was behind these thoughts of this way of thinking.
Right. Kind of like how you might come to regret that you forced animals into slaughterhouses, right? I mean, the grape analogy is very appropriate because you're gaining pleasure from someone's body. Is that okay when they don't want it?
So I believe morality is something we grow through. Your intuitions aren't always right.
Yeah, now it's time for you to grow right now. And not in that way. Nil, stop. Get your mind out of the gutter. I wouldn't have even thought that if it was. Don't grow in that way.
But if you pay attention and are willing to learn, you might start having better intuitions over time.
Yeah, so this sounds like a really good place to say what would prevent you from going vegan right now. You were growing up thinking that it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals.
This is a serious discussion, Nilf. I don't even know if Nilf is here.
and to pay for those unnecessary products. But now maybe you know better, since you know there is no morally relevant difference between human beings and animals that make it okay to exploit and slaughter animals, right? And you beat all the bullets on it being not okay to do this to human beings. So what would be preventing you from going vegan today?
My worldview, the way that I see life.
Well, it just seems to me that the way you see life is that it's not okay to exploit and slaughter human beings for unnecessary products like leather and food, and you don't see a morally relevant difference between humans and animals. So it just seems to me that your worldview dictates that you go vegan right now. That's why I'm asking.
Guys, please sub to the channel if you're not sub to the channel. Trying to grow this thing. Not in that way, Nil.
I feel like all of life is of one body, and the body shares itself.
Oh,
So
that's
I
cute.
think
Is it okay for me to kill you right now? If all life is one body, is it okay for me to kill you, since you seem to want to pay for
MILF is apparently not here.
exploitation and slaughter of animal bodies, while recognizing that it's not morally okay to do so? If all life is one body, right, that means your body is mine to do whatever I please with, correct?
Yes, but your body is also life's to do whatever it pleases with. So you can kill
So
me, and you
does
can
that
kill
justify
as
rape?
many people as you want, and you can kill as many animals as you want. But one day you will also experience that privilege.
Excuse me, does that justify rape? Yeah.
I don't know. We went from killing to rape. I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, both happen for meat to arrive on your plate, right? But the point was, oh, you just live a life, and one day you just start recognizing shit, right? So my question is, why aren't you vegan starting today?
Well, I'm trying to explain it to you. I don't know if you know, it's not something that is very easy to explain necessarily.
Wait, it seems like you changed your mind twice so far in this conversation. You changed your mind about weird being a justification, and then you also changed your mind about intuition being a justification. And now it sounds like the next one is that all the world is one life. Is that your claim? Or one body? Is that what you said? All the world is one body?
Life consumes itself. So if you look at like your cells make up your body, if you zoom out, all the bodies of life make up the organism we call life.
Can I just
Okay, so all the bodies of life make up the organism that we call life. So therefore,
We don't tend to call it an organism.
Yeah, can I just I'll ask a question, Wade. So everyone who's in
He's very confused, Dennis.
prison for killing someone, they've been found to murder individuals, they've found to violate their autonomy in some way. Are you saying they actually did nothing wrong and should be released right now because life is all one body?
No, I'm not saying killing willy-nilly is good or fine or a virtuous thing. I'm just earlier.
Nilf, he meant willy-nilly. It's a phrase, okay? It means like indiscriminately. Not the way you're thinking about it, Nilf.
We said power is power, and if you have the power to kill, who's going to stop you?
I'm not. No.
And that's why
Wait,
I made the point
we're talking about what you think is right. I'm not talking about power. I'm not talking about what people can do. So in your view, so right now you are saying it's not wrong. So this is what I'm interpreting. It's not wrong to send a pig to a gas chamber so I can eat them for a bacon sandwich because we are all one body. Is this correct?
I feel like you're adding a bit to my words here.
Well,
Like I think you're adding a bit to what I said. I said I'm fine.
Wait, replicate the sentence and just change the things I said with things you actually believe.
Sorry, could you just what's the essence of your question again?
So
my apologies.
So I'll give you a sentence that I've interpreted. You just correct it, and it's your view, okay? I am Wade. I believe it's justified to send pigs to be killed so that I can have a bacon sandwich because we are of one body, and this is the circle of life. Can you now say it back to me, but remove any words that you don't ascribe to?
Yeah, that sounded better than the last one.
So you ascribe to that view?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think it's justified to kill pigs so you can have a bacon sandwich. Okay,
so we're back to the children then it would be the same for them too.
Joe, then continue.
Yeah. So So if you were to like put this into a logical format, you would say, for all things, it is the case that if all the beings are of one body, it is then justifiable to gas beings within that realm to death for bacon sandwiches. Is that your view?
Well, you know, life to me is not
Just because we're all of one body doesn't give you the right to put your body into someone else's. You can't do that and then say, we're all one body. I know what you're thinking, Nilf.
just
Well,
breed a
no,
lot.
no, we're just trying to like figure out your view here. Is that your view, or did I get that right?
But it feels like this question is rotating around purely food, where life is obviously much more complicated and nuanced. So not all
Well, yeah,
beings.
it's a debate on
exist
veganism.
for
Yes.
food alone.
Yeah, but we've also VPM. They literally talked about skinning an individual for clothing, so that's not even true, Wade. But we're just talking about food right now in this moment. But the thing is, right? The reason I talked about prisoners, okay, is just to be clear. You have said there's no morally significant difference between humans and pigs, for example. So then, if you're going to say this individual, it's justified to send them to a gas chamber to kill them so that I can have a sandwich out of their body. And your justification is because we are of one body. You could then say it is justified that I murdered that man and used his body for a moment of my ego or whatever someone does when they murder someone, because we are of one body. That is entirely analogous. And you would sign off on that on your current worldview. Now, the question is, would you like to stick to that worldview, or would you like to do something that's much easier and go vegan right now?
I was with you, like I feel like 90% of the way there, but
Wait,
I
can
do
you
believe
open the?
that.
Do you have the side chat? Can you look at that?
Sure.
Yeah. So
I believe there's more and less moral ways of.
Y'all want to see? Y'all see that? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. They made it. They made it for me.
Going about things. So reducing the argument to purely to kill or not to kill, that's the question. Feels a bit
Okay, let's be clear. So I've got this woman, I'm hungry, and I crave a
David.
human bacon sandwich. So
David, we haven't even gotten. I've got 4, but only 2 in a row. Of course, if he brings up almonds, I win. But we checked off tradition and might makes right, and I feel like you were here for that. We've just been kind of going in circles and not of life. Circles of pain and torture. Circles of more circles. Just endless circles. A circle of circles is what we're at.
I kill her and eat her for a sandwich. Is that right? Because we are of one body.
But Nilf was being super inappropriate while you were gone. That happened.
Sorry?
If I'm hungry and I want a bacon sandwich, but I crave human bacon, is it justified in your view to kill that woman, the human woman, and the justification being because we are of one body? Is that justified in your view?
No.
So that's a
My
contradiction.
worldview,
Yeah, that's a contradiction.
I try and overcome the flesh. So the flesh in the sense of the need for hunger, the need for attention, the need for sex, you know, all these things that the Bible thumpers make the new age people angry about, where they like, let me just be liberal and fuck who I want, eat what I want, do what I want. You can't stop me if you want to, you know what I mean?
Okay, so just to be clear, it's not justified to make the human woman bacon sandwich, but it is justified to have the pig bacon sandwich.
What I'm saying is one should live more high, a moral high.
Wait, no,
you know,
wait,
you should live.
wait, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you if those two things are justified, if one's justified and the other's not, or if they're neither justified. What is the answer?
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. We're still on it. We're still on it, David. You definitely could have what comment, Dennis? What did I say? It's been very PG for my streams. It's been like
the thing is, it's justified in some cases. I'm trying to
on the scale of hilariously edgy. If down here is Isaac Butterfield and up here is Jesselnick, we're down in Butterball territory. No edge.
tease out when I feel it's justified.
You know,
and when
There's no edge in a circle.
I'm giving the context because you've made it clear
Wait,
that even though
there
you see
is.
no morally significant difference between humans and
There is an edge in a circle. Never mind.
pigs, for example, you do think it's justified to send them to a gas chamber
Sort
to
of.
make a sandwich out of their body. So I'm asking for your consistency. That is what I'm asking. I'm making the same context, all else equal, but instead of a pig, you have a human woman. Do you think that's justified?
Well,
I don't know what I.
the
I don't
thing
know what
is,
that's
like
referring
like I said
wait,
before, I don't feel for human products. Yeah. So personally, it wouldn't benefit me. So I have
No,
no
Wade, you're not.
want
No,
for
Wade, you're not being asked
that.
if it
You're
benefits
asking me
you.
morally right.
You're not. Yeah, I'm asking if you believe it to be morally acceptable as you do in the pig case. That's all you're being asked. Please just track the conversation.
It just feels to me that there must be some
I feel like he's got to be close to throwing in some almonds. Come on.
benefit. So they like
The benefit
we-
is the
we
sandwich,
sell
the
them
bacon
like
sandwich.
handbags or
Yeah,
something,
you're
right?
you're
We
getting
sell
the,
brand
yeah.
handbags,
Wait. You're getting the benefit. You're getting the bacon sandwich out of it. Delicious, yummy bacon. Only the delicious, yummy bacon is of a
Come on.
human woman. Is it justified morally in your view?
That should be an easy one. A really easy one to answer no to.
Like it, I don't know. I guess.
no.
Are you really
if
going to bite the
humans
bullet
and
instead of?
animals are even-
Are you going to bite the bullet
Right.
instead of just going vegan? Is this what's going to happen? Are you going to say, yeah, no, it is justified to gas the human woman to make a bacon sandwich out of her?
I wouldn't do it, but
No,
I would say like
wait,
wouldn't do
my
it.
impatience is growing. Please just track the conversation. I'm not asking if you would do it. I'm not asking any of these questions. I'm asking if it would be just
On the big circle, we've come around and we're about, oh, no, we keep going. I don't know where we're at because we just keep on going. There's no way to tell where we're at, only by the minute. See, my time telling abilities. I can see that we're 48 minutes and 20 seconds into this. And
justified in your view. Please answer the question. This shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard when someone asks you if it is justified in your view to gas a human woman for a bacon sandwich. There shouldn't be fillers like
yeah,
but you're extremely restricting the case, and you're not really allowing me.
I am
Elaborate around
making the case because when I asked
she's making it easy for you. She's making it super easy.
you about the bacon sandwich from a pig, you very quickly said yes, that's justified. Very quickly, I have given you the
Dennis.
context. The only thing,
being here.
all else equal, human woman.
The thing is, if we don't kill that
Dennis, question for you before you go. Is it justified to turn a woman into a bacon sandwich? Just wondering if you can do it too.
Wait, there's no grandma. Wait, there is no grandma in this context. Wait,
No grandma, Dennis. Okay? I don't know why you're thinking about grandma. Leave her out of this.
My patience is just so thin right now. I'm
patience
asking
very thin
all
with you,
else
Dennis.
equal. There's no elderly woman here.
No.
All you've been given, everything the same. Instead of the pig being sent to the gas chamber, it is a human woman. Is it justified in your view?
She's not necessarily old.
Yeah, is it justified in your view?
Well, any age of a woman
Yes
that
or no?
died, and I'm
Wait.
answering now.
He's not answering. Dennis is not answering.
Give yes or no. Is it justified?
Come on, Dennis.
Yes.
It's justified to send a human woman to the gas chamber so you can have a f***ing bacon sandwich.
Well, I don't want that bacon sandwich.
Wade,
but
you're not. Oh my God, the brain rot is real. You're not being asked if. Oh, would it be nice? Would it be good? Would I do it? Would it be justified? You have said yes. Are you signing off on that?
Well, I'm trying to justify my justification, but you're just giving me yes or no answer.
This helps find the
responses.
justification. It was not, you didn't go, oh, you're doing this, asking me yes or no questions when I asked about the pig. You were fine doing that. I'm putting it in the human context. Now we have a problem. But you have said it's justified in your view. I just want to confirm. Do you
Well,
think
let me tell you why it's justified.
Yeah, go on, please.
If you die, you get eaten by bacteria, right?
Wait. It's not about dying. It's about being sent to a gas chamber so someone can make a bacon sandwich out of you. Is that justified?
So let's say that woman was hit by a car and her body's going to rot away.
Stop inserting bullshit. You're
The
not
question
being
was gas
asked.
chamber, not car.
Pigs aren't hit by cars and then sent to gas chambers to finish them off. They're sent to the slaughterhouse on trucks en masse. Over 80% of pigs are sent to the gas chamber. I am asking you if in the human context that would be justified, and you have told me yes. Why am I annoyed? Because I'm a human woman as well. And it worries me that people, instead of going vegan, they would like to say, oh yeah, no, it would be justified in my view to make a bacon sandwich out of you and send you to the gas chamber. Focus on...
Let the record stand. Dennis did not answer the question.
Wait, if I can add, I think you're desperately looking for context in which it would be justified to send a human woman into a gas chamber, and that context would be different.
So y'all know, the precedent has been set. If you leave, we will talk about you. So when you sign on to a Jeremy stream, better clear your schedule. Because you're staying. Or may God have mercy on your soul. Or
Different from what you were presented. Please, equalize the context between a pig and a human woman, because that's
I'm trying to make this more palatable.
What we are asking for. So right now, pigs are sent to gas chambers for the mere pleasure, the mouth pleasure of human beings. And this is the context that Vegan Gaze is
and not
asking
in that
for.
way, no.
If you're going to add now, well, if a
Joke's
woman
not
is
funny.
old and would be dying, and would if we die anyways, it's going to be blah, 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 blah.
You can do
No,
the same joke
equal
5 times,
context.
Jeremy.
Pigs are sent to slaughter at 6 months old into gas chambers in order for people to have mouth pleasure. Would it be justified to do the same to a young woman? Let's say she's, I don't know, like 21.
Have you been to a pig farm?
Yes. Wait, now answer the question. I've literally been to a pig farm. I filmed at a pig farm. You can go onto my Instagram and see footage from what I filmed. Now answer the question that VPM just posed to you. Would it be justified to do the same to a young woman?
Like the way that you're questioning is making it very hard.
Do you know, I'll explain why it's hard.
You want to do into a certain cliff and then say jump or fly, and I can understand.
Wait, I'll explain why it's
works.
difficult.
Like, I
Did you know
feel like
what? No,
we're
wait,
not really-
He was really hoping that she hadn't been to a pig farm. He wasn't ready for, yes, you can go on my channel and see what I filmed. He wasn't ready for that. Now everybody's scared to talk? What happened? I mean, we're not filling our bingo cards out at all. We're just... If we continue the circle pattern, then I think what we could all do is just take the top middle, the bottom middle, the right middle, the left middle, make a circle, and then that'll be the circle. And then if you have gotten a bingo from that, and whatever else you have, then you're the winner. Mary's scared. I know you're scared, Mary, because you were quiet all this time. Jake might not be scared. But yeah, we're going to have to draw that circle on our bingo card.
wait,
I'm
listen.
not really getting to it.
Yeah, wait, listen. Okay, why it's difficult is because this happened to me as well.
It's not going to
I
get you to win.
flipped, I flipped
Problem.
and flopped around trying to find a justification to carry on with my behavior. But then I realized when I put it into a context where I'm trying to be consistent, where I'm trying to have a logical framework, which you need to have, otherwise everything just collapses in on itself. I realized I was making justifications. I would have to do what you're doing right now. This is why it's difficult, because you don't want to sit there and say, oh yeah, I'd happily.
Okay, look, I'm going to show y'all my bingo card. All right. Stop sharing. All right, I'm big now, right? There. All right. That's been my bingo card. And as you can see, even drawing the circle, which means I would check that one, 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 I'm still not winning. And that's what is going to happen at the end if nobody gets a bingo. And we still won't win because this conversation has not even gotten to plants feel pain mode. Oh, let me share. Sorry. Share back again. Share again.
Bit frustrating because then you go somewhere else. So I just want to be clear. All right, we can wrap this up because unfortunately I think you'd just rather dig your heels in and commit like bullet biting instead of just changing your behavior, even though you said it's like morally equivalent in your view. So just to be clear, because I want to make sure your worldview is very clear. Do you think it's justified, as VPM asked you and as I asked you, to kill a woman, send her to the gas chamber because someone wants a bacon sandwich, and that would be justified?
I don't feel like you are interested in actually
what?
in finding another devil. You know, like Israeli, Palestine, man, woman, rich, poor, black, white.
Wait, I'm
asking you a direct question. Oh, Joe.
You just found another devil to hate. So congratulations.
You don't know my feelings towards people, I'm afraid, Wade. I've asked you a direct question. I'm not trying to make a devil. I am trying to understand your worldview. That is why I'm asking you questions. And you've just said this is going. Listen, Wade.
Wait, I'm muting you for a second that you can actually listen this time.
It's very important that you understand that I'm trying to make it very clear what it is you believe, because this is going to be distributed on the internet and you are going to be saying, I think it's justified to kill a human woman for a bacon sandwich. Now, I just want to be clear, is that actually what you believe, or are you just trying to make a defense for eating animals?
You're unmuted. No, you're unmuted. You can answer. But can please answer the fucking question, actually.
Yeah.
I believe cycle of life and death is inevitable. We are all bound to it.
Wait, I have to cut you off again because you're not answering the question. Do you believe? No, I'm not asking for the preempt. I'm not asking for the preamble. I am asking a direct question. Before, when I asked you if you had your headphones on, you quickly said no. Now I'm asking you very clearly, do you think it's justified to kill a woman and send her to the gas chamber so you can make a bacon sandwich from her body parts?
Felix, you here? I feel like we can add a minefield, which is the minefield of sophistry. And none of us escaped it today. So if all else fails, but nobody's got that. Nobody's got it. Damn.
Yes or no? I just want it clear. This shouldn't be hard.
Either one that I answer will not be within context, and it's a very complicated question.
It's not complicated. The context is the same as for pigs. So what the hell are you talking about? And you answered also really, really quickly about pigs. So I don't understand why all of a sudden you're fussy about context. The context, as I said, is the same as sending pigs to a slaughterhouse.
So is it justified in the human context, yes or no? And do remember, you were like, oh, have you ever been on a pig farm? And the implication there was, you know what happens. So you know exactly what happens, all else equal, except the pig is a human. Is it now justified in your view?
I can't answer that.
You've already answered it, and you said yes, it is justified. I was just really hoping you would just like give up the gig and say no, but unfortunately, you would like to commit to this worldview. You've already said yes, and we know it to be the case that you believe yes because you have said that it's morally equivalent, and you believe in the pig context it's absolutely justified. So of course, if it's morally equivalent, it would follow that you think it's justified in the human context. I was just really hoping you'd be a fucking human being for a second and just give up the gig. But if that's what you want to sign off on, that's fine, Wade. We can be done here unless you just want to just give up the defense and just go vegan.
Well, let me just say this. Please just give me two or three sentences. I think God was trying to be romantic by getting life to eat itself. The fact that all life must sacrifice itself unto itself. And not all of us understand the fucked up logic of God.
But we sure as understand the logic of you right now, Wade. It's truly baffling that it took you so long to answer this question, and you ended up saying, yes, it's okay to send a woman to a gas chamber for a sandwich. I think God has nothing to do with this. I think I'm talking. I'm talking.
VP, I'm sorry, just to cut you off. God did. He supplied the world with infinite copium. Okay.
I was actually talking, and I don't think God has anything to do with this because God said, "Thou shalt not kill." In all religions, in all major religions, and so I think this is just pure you, and making this about God is highly disingenuous.
You eat plants, don't you? Surely you must eat something.
Sure, I eat plants and I take supplements.
Do those plants not die when you eat them?
Well, they're not sentient, so I don't care.
To me, they're part of life. They're just as part of life.
Well, that's great. This is further justifies
your morality and extend it to plants.
Yeah, this further justifies this further. Wait, I've just muted you again. This further. I've just muted you again. This further justifies you killing, sending a woman into a slaughterhouse or into a gas chamber.
Hang on, guys. Hang on.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
No, that's not the whole quote. He said, I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul, right? That was the quote. They cut it. Why'd they cut the points part? Maybe to make it work? I don't know. I award you no points. I was waiting for that. That's like my favorite part of it. I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul. I gotta watch these movies again. Did anybody watch the new Happy Gilmore? I gotta watch it. It's probably funny. I don't know. But the thing is, while that was funny, like our humor has evolved, right? I don't know. Oh, was it good? Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it then, David.
For your pleasure. And this actually is a suicidal position because this justifies sending you into a gas chamber as well.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah, you guys are oversimplifying it. Like this is like kind of.
It is this simple. It is this
simple.
simple.
Ask a question?
Go on.
Sure.
Yeah. So you have two. Let's just hypothetically say you're in a room, and on one side of the room there is a flower in a pot, and on the other side of the room there's a human woman. Which one is better to do? Cut the rose in half with the scissors, or cut the woman's head off? Or are those two things equal in your mind?
They're both living.
Mm-hmm.
It was like three choices: cut the rose, cut the woman's head off, or they're equal.
Mm.
Oh my God!
Which one would you do if you had to do one of those three choices? Kill them both, cut the rose, or cut off the woman's head? If you had to choose one of those three things.
Like that, like these kind of what do you call it? Scenarios that guys make up.
I would
like
cut the
reality
rose.
is not like
I would
this.
do that. What would you do?
reality is never this restricted. That's what makes reality reality.
It is that
that you
restricted
can
because you
always
could go
have it.
vegan today and stop gassing animals to death for your taste pleasure. It is like that. There's two possible worlds from this day forward. Wade is vegan, Wade is non-vegan. One
good way
world,
of
you gas pigs to death for fun.
You can cut the rose or the woman's head off. Which do you choose? What a head scratcher that one is. You got him. That's a tough one. I don't know how I could answer that question either. It's really tough to decide because, as he explained, if y'all weren't listening, they're both alive, right? Yeah. A lot of times you cut a plant, by the way, they don't die.
For taste pleasure. The other world, you don't. So it is actually that simple.
It's kind of crazy that you can't answer that. It would be better to cut a rose in half.
I would cut
than
the
it is
rose in half if I had those
same.
three choices in front of me. What would you do, Elle?
Oh, I'd cut the rose. You know, any other.
What would you do, Wade? The three of us.
See, like y'all are answering it so fast, but are you operating on the same level as this guy? You see, he's playing. I was going to say 3D chess, but it's not that, is it? It's not Twister. It's Shoots and Lag. No, it's not checkers. Dead. He's playing Dead.
Let's answer. What would you do in that room?
I don't feel it's a fair question, dude.
You didn't have a problem when I asked you if it was okay to kill an elderly woman. You didn't go, oh, well, there's, you know, like, you know.
It's not a fair
I wasn't
question.
deciding that
Bro,
until I realized how
is it
much.
what's not fair about it? Is it logically impossible? What's wrong? What's wrong with the question?
He's still talking. He's still talking. Okay. This has more than 10 minutes. It's like 13 minutes to go.
Present to me the
So-
issue with the question.
I can't believe it.
Plants are primary producers, right?
It's a fucking
sunlight.
question. You can cut the rose in half, cut the woman's head off, or cut both of their heads off. Which one do you do, Wade?
So if I say we're dancing sunlight, what does that mean?
It means you're not answering the
That's not an
question.
answer.
Yeah.
That's not answering the question.
It means you're not answering. So answer
No,
the question.
I'm trying to answer the question. Plants absorb the sun's energy.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I was not putting it together. You talking about Happy Gilmore. They came in Discord. They've even admitted to the fact that veganism is the toughest thing to argue against. So they come in to debate. Yeah. But then they deliver a master class of circling, twirling like a ballerina. Just pirouetting. He's pirouetting all over. And we're just helplessly watching, transfixed, if you will.
G.
Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm trying to answer.
Oh, you answered the question. You answered the question.
Again, yeah.
Wow, he did.
Yes, you
I
said
realize you
yes.
just want yes and no answers, but I'm trying to elaborate on the question to help you understand my worldview.
Yeah, can you answer first and then elaborate?
Wait, you didn't need to elaborate when Joe asked you if you can hear him. You didn't need to say, oh, well, what do you mean by hear? Like, what does that mean to you? You didn't need to do that. You just answered plainly.
Well,
So
he was just trying to, get through that part because he knew that you guys wouldn't understand. See, it's not you, it's us. It's all of us. I'll have to throw myself in with that too. But I see what's happening. This guy is just a genius. He's operating on another level.
Joe's going to ask the question one more time. And then I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of done. This obfuscation is just painful.
Okay, yeah, here's the question one more time. You are in a
Oh, don't use words like that for this guy. Obfuscation. That's
room. The only way you can
Don't
exit,
slow us down.
you're locked in there. There's like a guy with a gun, and he will let you leave the room. You're like in prison.
Crop circles.
You have to do one of three things: cut a rose in half, cut a woman's head off, or cut both of their heads off, and then you can leave the room. What do you do?
Well, technically, the rose doesn't have a head, so I don't know if I can really answer that question. So, the thing about the rose, see, you asked it weird. Did I see? I learned from this guy. That's how you do this.
Bullet to the head.
I mean, I think that represents the level of like dodging and dishonesty Wade's willing to engage in when it comes to the vegan question. Like, instead of just acknowledging that his moral worldview compels him to go vegan, he just, rather than cutting a rose, the stem off it, he would rather take a bullet. Yeah, I mean, that's symbolic. We were talking about symbols earlier. I think that's symbolic of the bullet biting that's happening here. So thank you, Wade. But I don't think you're wanting to have a genuine conversation. You just can't answer yes or no questions. And you'd rather take a bullet than cut the stem off a rose. Would you rather take a bullet than walk over a field?
I mean, so many grass blades are going to be killed once you walk over a field.
Yeah, so you're just going to you're going to go, shoot me now so I don't do this? Is that what you're going to do?
Damage is inevitable, but it should be mitigated.
Oh, Jesus
Damage
Christ.
is
Thank you for
inevitable,
coming.
therefore I will gas a woman to death.
Wait. Damage is inevitable, but it should be medicated. Is that what he said? Okay, so when you walk across a field, you carry Tylenol with you and drop it behind you. Wait, I forgot. We don't use Tylenol anymore. Tylenol is dangerous. Okay, so yeah, sorry, not Tylenol. Hydrochloroquine. What is that shit? You what? I don't know. Let's not get political.
Yeah. Therefore, I can't tell you if grape is wrong.
Yes.
Damage is inevitable, though.
Therefore,
The world is political these days.
Therefore, slitting a woman's throat is equivalent to cutting a rose, and I can't pick. So just shoot me now.
Damage is inevitable, though. Punches a dog.
Wade, this is
All right.
painful. Thank you, Wade. Thank you.
You're taking what I say to an
Hydrochloroquine. Yeah. No. I had it wrong. Hydroxychloroquine. Fuck. Is that it? That's the thing we're allowed to use. Okay. I don't know if that's the one. This is the horse tranquilizer, right? I don't know why I'm slowing us down. We're close to the end, and here I am taking us down.
No, I'm taking what you literally say. We tried to I literally took Wade, I took the time to clarify your position, even though you already accepted and signed off on it. I literally tried to get you to say something else so you didn't sound extreme. Alas, you decided to bite the bullet, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm done. Are you done, guys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think the rose cutting woman head off, he would rather just die instead of cutting a rose. Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Very weird.
Very strange.
And by his view, if it's weird, you just
well,
shouldn't do it.
well done with your yes/no questions. You
Yeah,
got me to look like a weirdo.
Yeah, I mean, it's
ting,
weird.
ting, 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 ting,
Well,
very
hard.
good. Well done.
If you want to
Wait, your fucking life of gassing people to death
for
fun.
bacon sandwiches, yummy.
Yeah, wait, you'd rather die instead of cutting a rose in half, but yet you send with your dollar pigs into gas chambers. So really,
I mean, I would say that this is dangerous. I mean, it's like if you were thinking in a speciesist way, you would say this is like a dangerous line of thinking, or could be a dangerous line of thinking, but it is a dangerous line of thinking right now for the animals, obviously. But this is like, this is failing the test, failing a major test, where you can look back in history and see where you would have stood on the atrocities. We know where this guy stands on all the atrocities. He is a follow the pack kind of guy. Not a leader, not brave, not courageous. He just does what daddy did. That's it.
really weird stuff, right? You would spare a rose and kill yourself rather than going plant-based and just not killing pigs in gas chambers. It's really weird.
But you wouldn't
And by the way,
about the rose or the women, it's about my freedom of choice.
sure.
It's just
So all this time you also answered, you
No.
didn't answer actual moral.
You know, the people who always troll and there's been 1, 2, I don't know. I think there's been 2 actual people to get banned from my channel. And I think y'all know who they are. And it's because of the weird obsessiveness of the trolling. A good troll every now and then, that's fine. When it's every video, that's when it's a little concerning. That's when I really don't want the algorithm help. That's when you just need to kind of be put in timeout, like literal timeout, and just stay there and shut the fuck up. So yeah, it's funny too, because now I'll go on even small channels. We featured a little channel today that, and I don't say that in a dismissive way. I mean, the channel didn't have many subs yet. It was like 40 subs. And I seen the same dude. Found all the channels still before me. Someone who has an active interest in vegan activism. No, this guy's found all of it. Oh my God. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about.
You didn't give us your actual moral answer. You just whistled out. Perfect. I appreciate it.
It's
moral answer on what?
Which one is moral? To cut a rose in half, to cut a woman in half? Out of those 2 questions.
That's what I said.
The thing is, I tell you, all life is special.
Yeah, can you answer the question? Which one is more moral? To cut a rose in?
Probably watching banned. That's how bad it was. I bet he sleeps with a doll that looks like me. Every time I feel like a little thing, I'm like, did he stick a needle in the doll? He might have. He might have. I know he sleeps with that doll. That's all that's one thing I know.
Half or to cut a woman in half?
How about a Mexican woman and a white woman? Which one should we cut?
Yeah, how about which one is more moral? To cut a rose in half or to cut a woman in half?
Yep, it's that guy.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That fucker sleeps with a Jeremy-shaped doll. Okay? I draw the line at the Jeremy doll. Okay. Y'all can have if y'all want Jeremy dolls, it's different because it's like a loving thing. It's something that you can hug. But don't do dirty things to that doll the way Nilf would. No doll for Nilf.
That it's more moral when you have like the choice, when you have to choose, that it's more moral to cut a rose in half. You can't say that. So it's really, really fucking weird. And yet you send pigs into slaughterhouses, though saying that pigs and human beings, so women, are morally the same, right? So really weird.
And just be clear, we have given you every chance. I've been desperately trying. They've been desperately trying to get you to answer differently, but you just won't even tell us whether or not it's more moral to cut a rose or a woman. You won't tell us.
No.
Do you want to try?
Well, I feel like we did share some and not nothing. So that's at least something.
We didn't fucking. Did nobody win bingo? Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I'm actually unsure of whether or not you think it's more moral to cut a rose or to cut a woman. Which one would be more moral, or which one would be immoral? Would one be less moral than the other? Like, I'm not sure, Wayne. I'm a bit worried.
I see life as levels. The plant life is a lower brick in the building of
It's Wayne.
Life
So
in animals.
Are you answering that it's more moral to cut the rose?
Wait,
I'm saying if all plant life
wait, he's still there? I thought they booted him.
on the planet had to disappear, we'd be screwed.
That's not what you're being
That's
asked.
not the question.
Come on.
Do you
I know
think?
it's not the question,
wait,
but it can be extrapolated to the question. You're basically saying who's more.
You know, they take a lot of water, don't they, buddy? You know they take a lot of water. Just saying. Yeah. I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it. Tell us how almonds take a lot of water. Do I hear almonds for however many points? No, I'll award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul. Wayne. Tell us about the bees. Come on, bring up the bees.
Important, humans or plants?
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no. That's not what's
Do you
being
know how
posed. Are you listening?
Do you know how many bees die for your avocados? That's my Piers. I know you thought, wow, suddenly I'm watching Piers Morgan. That impression was so accurate. Nope, tricked you. You're still watching Jeremy's stream. That wasn't Piers Morgan. Gee, do you know how many bees die for your almonds and avocados? Still here, still on Jeremy's stream, not watching Piers Morgan tonight. Not watching, what is it called? I'm so tired.
Well, this has actually been asked to you maybe 8 times. So what's being asked
But
is
do I
what...
cut the-
I'll
do I
say
cut
again.
the rose or do I cut the worm, right?
Not even do
Wait,
you.
you're still continuing to add.
I can even make my face look like Piers Morgan. Look at my face. Look how it's so accurate. Perfect.
Context where none was asked for you. The context that you need to answer was provided. In a vacuum, in a white room, there is a
Victoria, you I don't want you to see me like this. Just do not look at me.
rose and there is a woman. Which one is more moral, to cut the rose or to cut the woman in half and make them dead?
Victoria was like, I just too. Is this Jeremy's channel or Piers Morgan's channel? I can't even tell the difference.
Just to make it really, really clear.
But I'm trying to explain to you why both of them are important to me.
We're not
Does
being...
that not matter?
Wade, this is why you get cut off, because you're not being asked what it is of importance to you.
Joey!
You're being asked which one is...
I heard that you stabbed someone. Is that true? You were in gangs. Is that true? Perfect.
It's more moral. It's a completely different question. So please, can you answer the question that's actually been posed to you rather than going off on something that hasn't? Which one is more moral in your view?
I can't believe they're still going with this guy. Okay, come on, almonds.
You're making it very like.
Holy shit, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. If you can't answer that, we tried, Wade. I think it's clear. We have tried to get you to answer and you just won't. Can we kick him now?
Yeah.
Wade, one more question before we ban you from the server. Just one more question. Like, for Valentine's Day, I got my wife a dozen roses. They were cut roses. Was I a monster for doing that?
No, life takes sacrifice.
So would you say it would have been better if...
I hope you...
Okay, so also one more question. For Valentine's Day...
My only hope is not almonds. Shit, I already have all. Avocados, because of the circle. I need him to talk about avocados or no ethical consumption under capitalism. I feel like we could get the capitalism thing in the next...
Face those...
Wait, for Valentine's Day, for next year, 2026 for Valentine's Day, I'm going to find 12 women and cut them in half and give them to my wife for Valentine's Day. Is that equally as good or is that worse?
Dude, whatever. I'm not going to entertain it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And by the way, it's like Joe's wife wouldn't die without the 12 roses, so life doesn't require sacrifice. And this wasn't the question. So thank you very much for coming. I will really appreciate you playing the game of showing us just how crazy some people are. I appreciate it. Would you like to stay in the server? Would you like to stay in the server, Wade, or should we kick you? Which one would you prefer?
I don't feel like I have animosity towards you guys. Maybe we might do it again sometime if you feel the same to some extent.
Yeah.
What are you about to go eat, my friend? Maybe a bit of avocado?
I would like to talk again maybe in 6 months and see if you still think it's justified to send me to a gas chamber so someone can have me as a sandwich. I'd like to see where we're at with that.
What kind of sandwich?
Yeah.
Is there avocado on that sandwich?
Just to be clear, you're not a troll. Like, you're being genuine.
I'm trying to be genuine, but the way that I talk, we clearly have some friction. Maybe the way that I try and convey is not the way that the same as you guys.
It's not the way that you convey. It's not like the way. It's the fabric of the things that you're saying and the conclusions they come to. If you tell people, I don't know whether or not it's justified to send you to the slaughterhouse to make a sandwich of you. it's
says-
going to rub them probably not the right way. If you can't answer these simple questions, I can't.
Name the dough. That's pretty good. NTT, name the dough. We didn't get avocados. Did we? Nilf. Oh my God. Nilf, you have to back up the stream. I've been talking about you, Nilf, the whole fucking time. I'm not even joking. I kept dogging on you constantly, Nilf. You have to watch this whole stream again. Joke's on you, Nilf. You got to watch it again. Yep, that's right. No, we didn't get off avocado. Yeah. Nathan, he didn't. Did he win? Yeah, words were said a lot about
Tell you whether or not it would be fine to slit your throat versus a flower. Yeah, they're going to feel a certain kind of way.
Wait, I've got a last question, and it's not like a hypothetical or anything like that. If we, it's like really real. If we gave you like I don't know, like a book or an article to read about like morality or something, is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, I'll read a bit if you want to share some resources.
Okay. Joe, is that something that you can like extract real quick, or? I'm not sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna disconnect you from this.
Yeah, wait, it's in the side chat.
Yeah, okay.
It's a PDF if you want to download that. You're free to read that and
we'll give them the link.
and let us know what you think.
Holy shit. Okay, we're done. We're done with that shit. Good try. I mean, the entertainment value was quite high. He did? Okay, I won. Bingo. He said it. I got it. Bingo. Guess what? I'm giving the speech today because I'm the bingo winner. I'm not even going to look and see who won the chat because I won bingo. That's the same thing. Nope, said it. They said avocado. They know. Well, you don't believe me. Look at that. Wow. Well, guys, I'd like to thank Vegan Gaze, Plant, Geezer, Jim Lettuce, David, who's in the chat, Stanley Beck's Vegan Activist, and of course, all of you, Gloria, Aaron, Felix, and Nilf, I guess Nilf. All right, let's look. Who won? Who won the day? I have to use the bathroom. We gotta make this quick. No long speeches, okay? Do like normal. Who won? Who won? Oh, I haven't done this in a while. God, oh. It's all. How did Nilf win? Oh my God, Nilf won? What the fuck? He wasn't even here. He won because we talked about him the whole time? Oh my God, look at the tie. Holy shit, everybody tied for third. Everybody, like literally everybody tied for third. Like everybody. 40-year-old vegan, David, you did it, vegan anthem. I won animal? Who's that? John? Victoria, you got third. Louis Ghetto, my sensei. Oh, Gary. Gary isn't on there. Gary didn't get in the top 3. Felix number 2, and Nilf somehow won, even though he wasn't here. I guess because we talked about it the whole time. Nilf, I'd like to thank you for. I'm going to thank you, Nilf. Milk, I'm going to thank you for the way that your mind works. It was all over the place. Like, you were just filthy. You're going to have to scroll back to see what I'm talking about. But man, Milk, like, clean it up. Clean it up in the next stream, all right? Inappropriate. All right, guys. Speaking of cleaning it up, like, now I just have to go. It's like, I gotta use the restroom. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, Milk, really? Okay. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Sub to all the channels from this stream. Sub to Victoria. Sub to David. Don't sub to no. Whatever you do, don't sub to them. Unless you, yeah, I'll go. Good night. Good night, guys. Ridiculous.